Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 3. All right. Let's try that again. Okay. All right. Well, we're off to a great start. Clearly, it's been a long weekend. All right, let me try that again. Hello, awesome people. Happy Wednesday. This is the first stream of October. It's officially spooky season, and I hope everybody is doing wonderful. Excuse me in advance. Most everyone here knows, but I went to 3D Printopia this weekend, and it was like one continuous awesome day. But I got in Friday night at around midnight. I got to the hotel at 1:15, and then I had to be up by 6, which is 4 a.m. our time, and every night was late, and every morning was early. So I'm back. I'm getting caught up on Lightburn stuff. I'm getting caught up on video stuff, but I still feel like I'm at like 80%, 85%. So bear with me, but I'm happy. I'm doing good. I'm here. We're actually celebrating. Monday was my birthday, but because I was traveling from 3D Printopia and I literally got home and wanted to do nothing but rest and relax. Today we're celebrating my birthday, so my parents are coming over, my brother's coming over, and sister-in-law. So it will be a little bit shorter of a stream. Not short, we'll still do like 3 hours, but it won't be as long as I had thought we were gonna do last week for this week, because I didn't know when we were celebrating my birthday, but it's today, so yay! Also, I wanted to say, because I think it was it Peter? Yes, Peter gifted 5 memberships before the stream even started, so thank you very much for that. We will do some air horn for you. Thank you for the support, Peter. So I hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's been, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. 32, officially 32. So yeah, gosh, I feel like what we'll do is I'll take a moment to talk about the weekend, and then I have an announcement regarding stream stuff, and then we will get back into the Positron. I'll bring you up to speed on the couple of small things I did off stream, and then we will get right into it. So 3D Printopia was this weekend, which is a 3D printing event in Maryland, in Bel Air, Maryland. I've never been to Maryland. I've been to the East Coast once, and it was previously known as ERF. So this was my first time going there. I sort of knew what to expect because I think this was year 5 of ERF, now 3D Printopia. So I'd seen photos. I knew it was going to be in a gymnasium. What I did not expect was just how crowded of an event it was. Peter, thank you very much for the 5 pounds. Cheers, man. We'll do a Hadouken and a squirrel because it'll probably distract me. Yes, it was in a gymnasium, and it was packed. It was so busy. Saturday was just, from the time the doors opened for general attendees, it was just nuts. Fabrico, I was at the Fabrico booth. Fabrico sponsored the trip, so thank you to Fabrico for making it possible. So I was at the Fabrico booth for like half the day Saturday, half the day Sunday. I got to hang out with Delmar and quite a few other very awesome people. And gosh, sorry, just thoughts. So it was a very large booth with like an open format, like double space, open format. But even with that, it was really freaking busy, which was awesome. But also, RS, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 5 gift memberships. We'll do pizza time. Aaron's gonna bring up some leftover pizza in a little bit, I think, and then, or maybe I'm gonna get it. And cheer, thank you, RS. So it was absolutely packed. I didn't really get away from the booth until maybe 1 in the afternoon, where Steve came and grabbed me and said, "Hey, let's try to walk for a bit." And it took us an hour and a half to get from just the beginning of one row to the end of one row, and then I went back to the Fabrico booth. So I didn't actually get much chance to explore until Sunday, which was a bit slower, but I did get to have a lot of really awesome conversations. I got to meet RS and PF in person, which was super exciting, and before it got too chaotic, we were able to talk for a little bit, which was awesome. The creator of the Box Turtle project was at the Fabrico booth, so they had 2 box turtles there, 1 operational, and a few other box turtles scattered around the show. Luke had, I think, 2 up there. West 3D had 1. I think KB 3D also had 1 as well. For anyone not familiar, box turtles basically like, picture the AMS, but now picture it for clipper printers. That's basically what it is. It's a feeding system that feeds and respools the material, and it's Clipper compatible. It's currently in beta, but I was talking to the creator quite a bit, like, when's this coming out? When's this coming out? So it does seem like we're getting closer. We will absolutely be building one because I have been just waiting for something like this for quite a long time. So that was exciting. But Sunday, I did get a chance to walk around a fair bit, which was nice. It was a little bit slower of a day. And sorry, I'm gonna look at chat too. I'm trying to think, but missing you at my booth. I know, I walked, so Luke was upstairs. I got to see Nomads. I got to talk, me and Nomads, we did a couple of high fives, and I got to chat with Nomads a fair bit, actually. There was a, like, vendor slash sponsor event Saturday night at a I think it was a baseball field where they had catered food, which was super nice. But I got to sit and talk with Nomads a bit, which was fun, about Positron and stuff like that. And I did talk to Luke, Digital Dragon, in passing a few times, but the one time I got upstairs to where his booth was at, there was just people all around it. So, but he had his black box there and another printer, was it the Trident maybe, running Box Turtle. So some of the coolest things I saw, without a doubt, was it was awesome seeing black box. Both Luke had one and KB3D had one. Box Turtle was a major highlight. Fabrico also had a Stinger kit, which was very cool to see. I've seen one once before, but I really like the Stinger. It's a crazy little bed slinger. So that was fun to see. There was a Delta printer, the one that Nero actually posted a short on TikTok about, that used a crazy gear system up top to basically remove weight from it, and it was running CPAP. It was just awesome. There was some other tool changers. Zombie was across the way, so he was busy the entire show. I barely got to talk to Austin, but he was there with his beautiful new 2.4 tool changer that he'd been working on. So all in all, it was a awesome time. It went by so quick. Like, in certain moments, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, I'm exhausted. But when I was driving away on Sunday night from the event, I'm like, wow, that was it. The event is over. So definitely for anybody, I know it's not like, I know a lot of people in chat are not local, so it's a much bigger journey to make it to one of these shows. But if you do get the chance to go to Rocky Mountain Rep Fest, 3D Printopia, or Smurf, which I haven't gone to, or even a Maker Faire, I highly recommend it. I mean, everyone hanging out here is, hey, GS1, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Cheers. I'll do I wonder what's for dinner. And a Hadouken. Thank you very much. Cheers. So, yeah, it was just a great time. It's awesome being around so many people. I had quite a few people come up to me that, like, aren't necessarily active in the streams or in the Discord, that just came up to me and shook my hand and basically said, thank you for your videos. They're really helpful. I had one specifically point out that the CAN bus video was like a lifesaver after weeks of struggle. Another that said they watched the videos from getting into their first 3D printer and now they're building their own 3D printers. So the comments and everyone hanging out here always remind me of why I do this, but seeing some of the faces and like getting to shake some hands, like, it was a really awesome reminder of like why I started making content in the first place, which was to share cool things that I'm working on and to hopefully help some others out by me stumbling myself through the valley and sharing what worked and what didn't work. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Rob says, did your flight get rerouted? No. So I was very concerned I wasn't going to make the trip. I didn't know that the trip was still going to be okay until Friday midday. So basically, Thursday night, I got a message from Delta because I flew into Atlanta. Boise doesn't have any direct flights to many places, but certainly not to Baltimore. And so I had to fly into Atlanta. And because of the hurricane that came through, it did a lot of damage in Atlanta. And Thursday, I got a message from Delta basically saying, hey, there might be delays or cancellations of their flight. Do you want to check another? But all the other optional flights were going to get me there like halfway through the day Saturday. So, and it's an hour away from approximately from the show center. So it was basically either stick it out and hope that everything works out, or probably not make it. So I just stuck it out. And honestly, the worst part of the flight was when we touched down in Atlanta, we hit that ground very hard. It was like smooth flight. Oh my God, when we hit the ground. But yeah, no delays, luckily. And Armor 3D and Del Mar were, I think when they picked me up, I said my Chariot and my, what did I say? My Chariot and I don't know, but they were awesome. They picked me up at midnight and gave me a ride back to the hotel. So thank you. I don't know if Delmar's here right now, but thank you to Delmar and Armor for chauffeuring me basically, so that way I was even able to make it down to the event center. So, oh yeah, there's Delmar. Always happens, coworker arrives at the start. Yeah, Delmar, I got to hang out with Delmar quite a bit, which was a ton of fun. I wonder how many others weren't as lucky. I know a few people just preemptively canceled the trip because of the hurricane coming in and not knowing what was gonna happen. Like the final night on Sunday, I shared a room with Steve near the airport because our flights were both at the exact same time. We left at 8 a.m. to head back, and he was supposed to have a roommate already, and I was gonna just find a cot or figure out something, but he didn't end up going on the trip because I think he's out of Florida, and he was just concerned that, you know, something like concerned for the hurricane, rightfully so. So yeah, have to agree, your videos throughout the years have been massively helpful. Thank you, GPs. I appreciate it, seriously. The feedback is always really welcome. Even constructive criticism, it's all helpful, so thank you. Melted Hello, folks, nothing like a hot bath and a beer in a month after work. That sounds like a solid evening. I really wish they had a Rep Rap firmware on the West Coast. Yeah, they have the Orange County Maker Faire, not a Rep Rap Fest, but they started that the year I left Orange County and moved to Idaho, which is funny. So I think that's, oh, Liz, hi Liz. Thank you very much for the donation and the cake. Yeah, I got to see Liz. I got to see Liz and K2 Kevin. They were right across the way from me. And yeah, we got to chat a little bit at the beginning, which was awesome. And huge thank you to K2 Kevin, because he not only designed, but printed out a bunch of maker chips for me. So I was able to give out a bunch. I kept a lot. I basically, if someone said you have one, or if someone was handing me one, I gave them one of mine, but I have a bunch of these. I know my dad will want a couple, and I wanted a couple too. So every person that got them was like, oh my gosh, the print quality is so good. And I told every single person, I cannot take credit for the print quality. This was all K2 Kevin. He designed it and printed them, but I appreciate it. So thank you so much, Liz. I appreciate it. I hope you had a safe trip back home. Tour, yeah, I'll save a few. So the next event, I will definitely bring some and probably print some more. Nomads, thank you so much. Happy birthday, we're so excited. Yeah, it was awesome seeing you and all the freaking positrons. What was the total count in the end? The LDO booth just had a ridiculous amount of positrons they're printing, and Nomads had his ridiculous large nozzle going, which was super cool to see. Lisa, yeah, they are really, really nice. So I will hold on to some of these original first edition K2 Kevin ones to give out, and then I'll end up printing some out for the next show. I don't think I've gotten the STL or 3MF from Kevin, so I'll have to reach out and get that. But Glendon, hello folks, it was a great trip and loved seeing everyone. Did you get to talk to me for a bit? There was a lot of people I talked to, but like there were so many people, it's hard to remember everybody's names. So hopefully we got to chat for a bit. How many did you have to fix? 8 of which were at the Positron booth. 17, that's crazy. Okay, so some news that some people will be excited about. After this last weekend and talking to a few people and thinking about things myself, the streams do not have ads anymore. So I know quite a few people here have YouTube Premium, so every time an ad popped up, they didn't get it. But I know Lisa has mentioned a few times, like, oh, an ad. So what I'm doing is I found out a way after talking to a few other people to basically set it to manual, where no ads will play, and then the second the stream ends, YouTube will do its usual thing. So for the VODs, there will be ads, because I do need to have some ads on, but for the sake of the stream and the experience, there will not be ads as long as this new setup that I found does work. So hopefully some people will be happy about that. So yeah, that was just implemented. So if you get ads, let me know, but right now it says focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads. So I'm assuming that there will be no ads. Clownhammer, thank you for renewing your membership, buddy. Let's see, cheers. So yeah, that's what's going on here. We are going to continue the Positron build today. I will show you the few things I've done since last week's stream, which were primarily getting the linear rail carriage back on here. So if anyone remembers, I took the carriage off the rail to grease it and was having balls popping out. So I was able to pretty effectively get it back on without distractions. I just used a small, needs a dragster. I want to build a, oh gosh, what are the Oh, come on. What are the combat ones called? I want to build one of those. That's probably first on my list. So you appear in the background in Nero's Coco. Oh, do I? That's funny. Yeah, Coco Press V2 looks really cool. It's running Clipper now. It's got the Hermit Crab tool changer built into it. It's running Clipper screen with a very, very custom UI that's gorgeous. And there's going to be like, I think it's called Coco Buddy. That's like a, oh gosh, it's a preheating thing on the side. So that way, if you want to swap chocolates, or if you're running a big print and it's going to run out, then you can just swap your tool head. So definitely massive congrats to Coco Press for the launch of V2. It's very exciting. Death Racers, that's the one. Talk to Scott at Edge of 3D. I think you mentioned that the BQ kit had some stuff that wasn't perfect, but I'm probably going to see if I can get one of those kits in, and then maybe I'll talk to Scott and see if there's certain things that he thinks should be swapped out right away. So, make picture text and do. Yeah, I think I will. I know PF said that he had heard from Scott there was some stuff in there that wasn't the best as far as components go. So I'll try to get some feedback from him and see like what truly in the kit I need to swap out, and maybe I'll build it as is. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So anyways, I got this on. I added a zip tie on this side because I couldn't get the little rubber stopper to stay in there nicely, but as you can see, the motion is very smooth, and I took the initiative and I lubed the other two rails, so we don't have to do any rails. You don't have to watch me drop balls and panic on stream. So yeah. All right, man, I feel tired, so please bear with me. I recorded the talking portion for Saturday's video and chopped it up early before the stream, so it's been kind of hit the ground running this morning. So let's see if we can figure out where we left off. I think I actually have it. So this is where we were. This is basically where we are. So we will continue from here. I didn't prep anything. Unfortunately, I just didn't have the time. All good. I'm exhausted too. Yeah, I've mentioned it before, but like, I'm actually quite introverted, which might be hard to believe. The key difference is like I can socialize just fine at events, but it doesn't like fill the tank. It's very tiring, as much as I do enjoy talking to and seeing everybody. So I usually need a couple days after an event to just sort of get my head back on straight. Let's see, fasteners. So this is what we will be needing. I'm just going to dump these out on the side here. I called out sick yesterday. Have to meet you with all of you at Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest. Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know what events are looking like for me next year. Lightburn has the Lightburn experience in July that I'll be working. So I'll be in Manhattan in July. And then my cousin is getting married in Chicago. And I think that's in January, February, March, April. It's either April or May. And I know that Rocky Mountain Rep Rap Fest is in May now. So I'm going to do my best, but I cannot make any promises until we get closer. So, all right, we are going to now be installing, it looks like, the Z-belt retentioner on here, which is just 2 little screws. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody's week been going? How's everybody's October starting out? Hey, Tiago. Hey, there's K2 Kevin. I just gave you a thank you and showed off your beautiful maker coins you created. I think I told you, but every person that got them was like, oh my God, the print quality is so nice. And I said, that was Kevin. So Kevin has got it down to a science. I cannot take credit for these. Is this the right size driver? It's not. We need 1.5. Where are you? Here we are. I'm charging my social battery as we speak. I had to explain an elderly person what single click and double click does. She was sweet, but I'm spent. Yeah, for me it's very much like I have a certain amount of energy, and just I talk a million miles an hour, and so in conversation with people at events, I'm talking very fast because it's me. And am I doing this right? No, I'm doing this wrong. Wait, no, I'm doing it right. Okay. Position the Z-belt retainer. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing this right. Okay. Yeah, I talk a million miles an hour, so after an event, I'm just like, must regain energy. but I didn't take the day off. So I basically got back Monday, chilled with Jack for a bit, gave him a bath, and just kind of, you know, got caught up. And I worked yesterday, and then, like I said, I was up late last night scripting a video, and then this morning I recorded it, I chopped it up, so it's ready for editing after. So hopefully this weekend I'll get a little bit of kind of R&R. It's magic, not science. Been fighting with my V0. Their misters, oh no, Clipper isn't happy about it. Yeah, work has been draining, so I built a Mark IV. Had a fun weekend doing a restoration mod on my old, oh fun, hammering some games on that. How cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Peter, it depends on how long you've been following my channel, but like I got my start with all this, YouTubes and all that, from video game modding. It was specifically Xbox 360 hacking and modding, but I really found a love for retro gaming, basically anything with a cartridge. And that's why I bought my first 3D printer. And I haven't done much in that. Did I screw this up? Or are we good? Hold on. I haven't done much of that in a long time, but man, I miss some retro games. That sounds awesome. Hey man, didn't see you on live. Hey Matt, interesting. Didn't see the live. I think I posted a live notification. Maybe it just didn't ping correctly. I don't know. Okay, so we've got our little belt routing set up on here, which is looking good. I actually gained some energy at the show while holding Capricorn's newest edition. She was so cute. Yeah, Luke was running around like a madman. The only time I really saw Luke was like in passing. I saw you a couple times, I think on the first day, which was nuts, and then the second day when you had gotten some filament. So I wonder if you scored anything else after I saw you. RS, thank you so much. 25 months and counting. Good times here. Yeah, it was awesome. Cheer and Squirrel. It was awesome getting to meet you in person. And anybody else I talked to, like I said, there was a lot of conversations, and it's so difficult for me to remember. It's so difficult for me to remember everybody. But let's see. Oh, that's the bed slinger. The stinger, yes, bed slinger is the stinger, exactly. Thanks again for the content. I used your Canvas tutorial again last night to flash my EBB 36 and U2C. Nice. Matt, you're not the person I met, are you, at the show that came up to me and said that the Canvas video helped? I seriously researched the Ender NG, might be my first. Okay, the Ender NG was awesome to see as well. Armor had two of them there, the like older version and the newer version, and they are so freaking cool. They looked awesome. Let's see, I'll post some photos. That sounds great. Yeah, please do, share some photos. I got a great hug from Luke with a bonus wrapper. Matt, thank you for 23. Wow, 23 freaking months. You good? Nope, but have used it. Okay, awesome. I didn't think it was you, but I just wanted to make sure. I'm getting energy right now. Eating breakfast at 2024. Oh my gosh, that is a late freaking breakfast. I still need to build one. Do you get a chance to look at the screw sorter? Yes, the screw sorter upstairs. Luke, or not Luke, Steve. Steve's here. Hey, Steve, thank you so much for the 10 memberships, man. Cheers. So yes, I actually, let's go back to me. It's gonna be a distracting stream today more than normal. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles, as Ace Ventura says. I got some time. Oh my gosh, you guys. Luke, thank you for the 20 members. You guys, that is awesome. We're just doing spamming sound effects, all the sound effects. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the support. That is incredible. You guys, oh, my stomach is growling. Steve and I on Sunday got to go upstairs when it was a little bit quieter, and I got to pretend to be a cameraman, which was fun for Steve as he talked to a couple of the people up there. And as we made our rounds around, we both got to see the screw sorter organizer system, which is beautiful. And I only took one picture, I think, of the entire show, and it was when Steve took a photo of the screw sorter name so he could remember it. And I was like, that is a fantastic idea. So I did get to see it. It looks fantastic. I've got a lot of empty space underneath this table and that table that just sits here. That's like a dumping ground. So I would love to print out some of that screw organizer, maybe even like on the side here above the desktop. I don't exactly know. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, the specific, I'm gonna look it up. It's the one photo I've got here. Oh, my stomach. The name of the project is Gen 2 Quick Lock. So I will show it here for anyone that wants to look it up, but take a look at this. Gen 2 Quick Lock modular system. So freaking cool. So yeah, if you haven't got a chance to look at it and you're looking for some organization projects, so many cool customizations. And Steve was a big fan of that. There was optional magnets that you can install in the back, so that way there's a little bit of like pull and locking force. I mean, it's very minimal, but it just feels really nice. So if you're looking for another organization project, it was a very, very cool one. Glendon, thank you so much for becoming a member, man. Cheers. Appreciate it. Does it do the sorting for you? No, it doesn't do the sorting for you, but it's a really nice system. Hey, BB's is here. Welcome. Yeah, it's a very, very cool system. So PF, the 10 membership, you guys, you're gonna break me today. I do get, stomach. I wish you guys could, I mean, I don't wish you guys could hear it, but like if you could hear my stomach, air horns. Thank you so much for all the members. Everybody, I feel like Oprah, you know, you get a membership. Everybody, you know, it's a new month. I'm gonna give 5 memberships before it's the end of the month, and I'm panicking because I've forgotten to share memberships. How do I do this? I go, I think the $sign, and I go membership gifting, and I go gift 5 memberships. There we go. Five more memberships. What's the system called? The system is called. It's called Gen 2 Quick Lock Modular System. Gen 2 Quick Lock. Let's do one more little on screen so you can go back and take a look at it. Gen 2 Quick Lock Modular System. A super, super cool system. It was a great day on Saturday. Yes. Yeah, it's freaking awesome. Thank you. You guys are incredible. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate all of it. All the laughs and support and squirreliness. Okay, so I know for some of this I'm using Steve's setup. Preload an M4 hex nut 66 millimeters away. So M4 hex nut. Let me look really quickly here. Let me put the camera on me. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna really quickly pull up Steve's info. He messaged me a while back with his prints that I've used. Troy, thank you for 13 months. Am I wasting my money paying for a sub? I don't think so. I don't know. How does it work? If you're gifted a membership and you do another membership, does it just sort of like roll over? I don't know how it works. I don't know. Thank you, Troy. Cheers. Very Prusa-like documentation style. Everyone gets a membership. We've averaged a new member every 30. That is incredible. that is nuts. Okay, Steve. So Steve sent me. Okay, so the things we've got is the Z part, the Z belt I just put on, which I think is the exact. I think that's the exact. Oh, I just threw in the plastic to help plastic resist. Oh, I want to try a little experiment. I'll make sure the plastic doesn't break when the belts. Okay, so Steve had. Oh, that's what that's for. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do. I'm gonna take this apart. So I don't know if Positron updated the files. So now that Steve's setup is like the standard, but it looks like so. In order, because this is going to be under quite a bit of tension, to prevent it from cracking, possibly. Or just deforming, there are 2 additional, that's what threw me off. There's 2 screw holes back here. So we're basically gonna drive just some M3, I think he said 10 socket heads into here, and that's gonna help to reinforce the printed part. There's so many sounds, I don't think you guys, can you guys hear the sounds every time there's a new member? Because I sure can. It is loud, so I'm trying to think while there's all sorts of pop-ups and things going on. Let's see, M310, this is an M38. I'm sure I have plenty of M310s, but if there are M310s in the kit, I will opt to use those. M3, no, those are M2.5s, these are M310s? Nope, these are M3, oh gosh, it's so typical. I find every single variant of hardware, but the one I need, M3, oh no, I don't have socket head M310s? Okay, do one last pass here. Oh, we can hear, okay. So it's not just me. I was like, are you aware of the sounds coming at you? M3, those are button heads. These are M312s, so we got 12s. These are flat heads. These are too big. This is too big. That is button heads. We've got M3/8, like I said. These are machine screws. I actually don't have M310 socket heads. And Aaron wonders every time I order more hardware, you need more hardware? I'm like, yes, I don't have all the sizes. I don't actually know what the play is here. You know what? I think an M3/8 will probably suffice. Do I have M3? I don't have M3/8s. Come on. I got M312s. Is this too big? 312 might be too large. It is too large. Do we need all the M3/8s that are included in this kit? That is the question then. I can steal an M3/8 and then maybe order some more. What do we think? Should I just take M3/8s and hope there's 2 extra? I'd like to use this part. Stream is going bananas today. Just use some 8mm. Okay, we'll use the 8mm that came in the kit and hope for the best. If not, I'll order some more. And I might have socket heads. Not all of my hardware is here because I'm a squirrel and I have screws scattered throughout the entire house. So if need be, I will find somewhere. There we go. Here's our new driver. Oh my gosh. Is it Casaria? Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Squirrel air horn. Thank you so much. I don't even know. I need more sound effects. I need like, this is bonkers. Thank you everybody. All right, yeah, so we're just gonna drive these in here, and this is just gonna help reinforce the, yeah, this is nuts. This is, this is probably the most gifted maybe ever memberships, but for sure, like, other than maybe like the big celebration stream, like it's definitely up there. Trying to keep the new membership beat rolling. Thank you so much. This is nuts. I'm just over here like freaking out, trying to drive in some screws. Yeah, this is bananas. All right, so now we've got a reinforced part that is hopefully going to survive the abuse that I will not intentionally apply to the parts, but everyone knows that I'm a little a little clumsy, so hopefully this will help with my clumsiness here. Shouldn't see many gray names. Yeah, everyone's green. TJ's still gray, it looks like, but yeah, a lot of green. YouTube has failed me. I didn't alert me. Interesting, Ken. You're like at least the second or third person now I've seen say that. Well, I'm glad you're here now. It's been nuts. We talked about 3D Printopia, talked about, I removed all ads from the stream. I have gotten feedback from a lot of people just saying that the ads are, you know, they're basically, what's the word? Intrusive. They're intrusive for the stream, and so I was able to, after talking to I think Nero and Grant actually at I got some time to chat with them at the Saturday night vendor event. They mentioned that there's an option where you can basically disable them and then they'll just appear for the VOD, which is really what I want. I never cared to have ads playing during the stream, which is why I put it on the like lowest version possible, which I guess was every 30 minutes, and then they changed it and it was just kind of random. So yeah, now there shouldn't be any ads during the stream, and then afterwards for the VOD, there'll be some ads on those, which I think is fine. That's the way my YouTube's always been. So we did talk about the Cocoa Press too. Yep. I like the smash button. We'll get one of the memberships. You didn't get a membership, Dark. I feel like with how many memberships have been gifted, I feel like, you know what? I think memberships can be gifted to people not here as well. I think that's correct. So back to work for me. Have a great, have to see the rest later. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so we got that on, and then Steve also has the arm, alternative tensioning arm. It's much easier to assemble, which I did. Use an M410 button head. M410 button head, pin arms printed. Wait, so Steve says, okay, so I'm gonna keep this up here so that way we can see it in a moment, and then let's go back to the official thing, and this is saying we need a M4 hex nut, which I think I've got right here. Yep, M4 hex nut. That's all I care about. It's so sad. It's US and Canada. I want They're working on, I don't know if they've announced it publicly, so hopefully it's not a secret, but they did tell me that they are working on Europe. So hopefully it's not too far from now that you'll be able to actually get one. So I'm not gonna worry about aligning. Oh my gosh, Alan, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Let's see who got them on this. So we got Custoria got one, which I feel like you would have had one if you gifted the memberships. Daniel got one, Matt Dog got one, and Gregory got one. Thank you so much, Alan. Okay, so we're doing this, and then we're using position about 60. Okay, we got that. Now we're gonna use the tension arm, or not the tension. Yeah, I think it is a tension arm. So this is Steve's version of the tension arm. Align them for printed Z-edge sliders, secure with an M410 button head. I think Steve's was slightly different though. Let me see here. Yeah, so Steve's has a, let's see. Alternative is much easier for this stop. Use an M410 button head and M4 hex nut. These will be in the kit. Okay, so let me see if I can find, this is a really small piece we need. Bear with me as I search frantically for probably the smallest piece in this entire stinking kit, or printed parts. We actually had it on last stream, and I remember it took me forever to find it. It's really tiny. Oh, come on. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna start like throwing things back in the box until I find it, because that's probably the easiest way. Let's go. Oops, I didn't mean to show Discord, but anyways, Discord's there. Already using mods. Steve recommended one for the, Steve recommended one for the Z tensioner specifically. I think that's really the only one. I think this is the part that Steve recommended. Yeah, this looks right. And he says to use M410 button head. So I think I've got it. M410 button head. Also, hi Zombie. Hey Sven. Viewers who have a branded YouTube account are ineligible. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. I think I've heard that before too, but I don't know the way it all works. Okay, so Steve's here. I don't know how long you can be here for, Steve, but it seems like what you are saying is that I should be using, if I can find my driver, where did I put the driver? There it is. It looks like I should be using a screw for here, M410 through this part, and then this is what's going into the hex nut. Everything else will be according to the manual. This is just the one thing. So I'm gonna loosen this just a hair so I can slide it for now. Zombie, thank you so much for the 26-month birthday banana. Have you seen Jackson's, funny, I think of you every time Aaron puts it on. He has a little apron or bib that he wears, like not the silicone ones for eating, but just like a drool bib, and it's just covered in bananas. Every time he wears it, I can't help but think of you. Thank you for the $1.49. Everything for that tensioner setup should be in the spares fastener, shouldn't need an adapter. Armor's here, hey Armor. Okay, so we've got this, and the other thing you're saying is to use for the stop. Okay, the pivot arm itself is 2 printed parts, which I got. The wafer head, M312 wafer head, and a 10. Okay, so we're using an M310. Are we using, since we're using an M310, M3 screw, I'm assuming we're using just an M3 hex nut for securing this into place? Let me try to find this. M310. I need to print out a freaking kit. I'm sorry, everyone, that this is a screw finding simulation, really. Is this it? M310? M316? I got M312s and M316s. It looks like the wafers are in silver, so that should hopefully help me figure out where the heck it is. I'm not seeing an M310. I'm seeing an M312. I wonder if that's what it's supposed to be. Is it possible it was an M312, Steve? Yeah, I don't see an M310 anywhere. I know you also said we need a shim, I think. So an M3 10mm outer diameter washer. So I got an M36. But M310 is what we're looking for. I see bearings. You got an M38. We got M38s. Just not seeing M310s. I also don't see the shim or the washer, which is very much so my luck. Oh, here it is. M3 Yes, M310 washer I have. It's labeled as wafer head. Okay, so I've got wafer head, M38. I've literally got everything but what we need. Do I have any over here? M310s, M310s. I don't have wafers. I've got flat heads in my archive. Okay, let's look one last time. Did they take it? I don't know. Uh-oh, Jackson's here. What's up, big guy? I was just talking about you, bud. I was just talking about you. All right, we're doing a Jackson visit. Jackson. Hi, come here. Can I show you off? Come here, baby. Oh, my big boy, my big walker. There he is. Let's do zoomed, huh? Oh, he wants to press the buttons. First, look at yourself. Your pants match Daddy's shirt pretty much. Is that pizza and a smoothie for Dada? Yeah. Do you like pizza? Uh-huh. Do you like smoothies? Huh? Are smoothies so yummy? Huh? You see the light? And that's you. That's the handsomest baby I've ever seen. Huh? What you got? Oh, today is a big day for Jackson and Mama. Jackson's getting his first haircut today. So my sister-in-law's in town. She's been in town for a bit, and we've been debating on giving him a haircut, but his front is fine, and after he gets a bath, it's fine. But other than that, he's just got like full-blown Joe Dirt mullet going on in the back. So we're gonna cut some of your little beautiful curls off today, aren't we? Uh-huh. Ah! Can you say hi to everybody? Can you say hi? Yeah, it's a screwdriver. Can you say hi? Can you say hello? Can you blow a kiss? No. It's you, baby. Pizza. Huh? Is that pizza? Do you like pizza? Is it so yummy? Huh? Just like Daddy. You like pineapple on your pizza? Because that's the best form of topping. Huh? Pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza. Daddy has not gotten very much today, and it doesn't look like that's going to improve, huh? Huh? Daddy's just a squirrel today, bubbies. My handsome little man. I like you got a reindeer on your shirt. You got a moose on your shirt. You like the microphone? You like the microphone? Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Oh, you're recording now. You pressed the record button, didn't you? Huh? You excited to see Grandma and Grandpa today? Yeah. Yeah. Pineapple propaganda. You gotta start him young. He needs a mullet as a big YouTuber. A kid after my own heart. You're a little bit too little, but eventually we're gonna get you a 3D printer, huh? We're gonna do a V0? All right, we can do a V0 build, do you think? Huh? We can print out all the toys you want? All the flexies? Huh? All right, you gonna say bye-bye? Say bye-bye, everybody. Say bye-bye. Thank you for visiting. Huh? Good job, baby. I love you. Wish me luck, okay? Daddy needs it. Thanks for the visit. And the food care package. We got smoothies and we got pizza. Okay, before I touch the pizza, bye, baby. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? We're gonna hang out later and go probably in the backyard if it's a nice day. All right, one sec, everybody. All right. Okay, let's try to find this wafer. So it's supposed to be an M312. I just can't read. I've had the wafer the whole freaking time. Stop holding out on the poor guy. Both kids have V0s. He's only 18 months, or no, he's 18 months. Turns 19 months in a couple days here. All right, so we've got what we need. So I'm gonna assume we're using this. We're using this, and we need an M3 hex nut, I take it. So let's see, will an M3 hex lock in there? That's the next question I've got, but we'll figure it out. M3 hex, what is this? Cable tie, M3, there we go. M3 hex nut. Oh, it's a printed part? Is this part of your, is the printed part of your mod too, Steve, or is the printed part of the official thing? So you've got belt retainer, you've got pivot. Let me look at these things. I'm gonna just really quickly open them all up. So I've got the stop, the pivot, and the arm. I think I have all the pieces. That's funny. The last thing we have on here is Zombie's his Swatch truck. It's been a little bit. That was when we did the Flash Forge printer. Okay, let's open up the parts I printed, because I know I printed out all the parts that you provided. Ah, okay. So it basically is a little slot. Is this using a heat insert, Steve, or is this just self-tapping? I've got the part then. It's this. Why is 0, 0 in the middle? I don't know. Okay, so this must slide in here. Maybe? Feels, there we go. Yeah, that does it. Self-tapping, awesome. Okay, so this goes like this. Wait, did I put it, does it only go on one way? Shoot, hold on. No, that has to be the right way. Ugh. Okay. And so the next question I have, the last final question for you, Steve, well, I've got you, because again, I don't know if you've got to get back to work in a sec, is Andrew, thank you so much for the $10 for the Glad You Made It Home Safely fund. You and me both. It was so weird. I got to Atlanta and was trying to call Aaron. It was my first stop on the way back, and my phone wasn't working. And I was like, man, Atlanta has really bad cell signal. And it wasn't until, oh, come on, ads. It wasn't until I got back home that I realized that there was like a nationwide outage with Verizon. So I only had SOS for quite a while. The question I got for you, Steve, is on this, it looks like it's saying that the center of this pivot point should be approximately 66 millimeters from the edge. Is it safe to assume that that's also where yours should be, at that same 66 millimeter mark? That is my final question. How are you doing, Andrew? I know you were out of, you had no power, right? Are things back to, like, how are you? Because I know Georgia got hit hard. Good question. Okay, it's easy to adjust later, so I won't worry too much about that. We'll just self-tap this. Will this hold itself in place? Yeah, it does. Okay, so this does hold itself in place with just the self-tapping part. Just for funsies, I want to see approximately how far I have the center, because it calls for, what did I just say, 66 mil from the edge. Let's just approximate, get it there. I won't worry about like getting it exact, but let's at least get it within range. So 65, 60, right about here seems approximately right. Okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be able to pivot then, even after being tightened. And then this is this final piece. And the stop goes right here to keep it from sliding. Okay, so we're gonna call that good enough for now. So we've got our little tension mechanism for the belt, and we've got our stop. The stop is the hold. Okay, cool. Yep, that should slide without loosening the screw. Yep, it does. I wasn't totally aware how it worked, but it works as it should. Thank you, Steve. It would have been easy to figure out if I wasn't streaming, so I could just look at the Discord and stuff, but a little bit trickier. Andrew Rogers, we missed you this weekend. Yeah, I wish you could have made it, but I absolutely understand life, so. Okay, next up, we are putting on the part that we created previously with the idler facing outwards. Install the Z, I don't know, so this is just going in there. And it looks like it's just loose for right now, so we're just gonna take, this is what we created last week, which is a CNC'd part. It looks like this is just going to slide there. It is not flush with the end. I don't know if that is an issue, but like we just said a second ago, it's pretty easy to adjust at a later time, so I won't worry about that too. Oh, you know what? I actually think I have to move it. It looks like the next piece is the cap piece. Let's see. So next piece is the Z stopper, which is not this piece. It's this piece. And it looks like this might bump our part. Nope, I'm wrong. It's fine there. So, okay. So we've got our Secure it with an M312 socket head. So this looks like it must be just self-tapping as well. Yep. Or no, we did, I'm sorry. We did install a heat insert into this previously. Different Z, well, it looks easier to use it. Yeah, this is Steve's Z belt setup. I don't know if this is different, if that's what you're talking about, but this is different. And yeah, Steve said that it's quite a bit easier to assemble and adjust. So when Steve says something's easier to assemble and adjust, I say, okay. Steve has not led me wrong so far. So, all right, so we're gonna tighten this in. I don't feel like that's going in, but it is. Doesn't need to be overly tight, just enough to prevent our block from being able to fall off, which it does. Did you put the spring in there? Yeah. We assembled it last stream, so it's got the ball and the spring and then the stopper. Yeah, so we should be good. I think everything else as far as that arm goes is assembled the same way. I'm gonna really quickly have a bite of pizza. Just while it's, is it warm? Yeah. Hi, Da Vinci. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to eat anything today because I was so focused on getting the video recorded and starting to edit it. So normally I don't need pizza this early, but you always listen to this, Steve. Isn't there a longer spring that puts tension on the machine part? I could be misremembering. Wait, you're right. You're right. Let me open the smoothie. Okay. You're right. How did I miss the spring? It says 0.7 by 5 by 50 millimeters. So where does, oh, is that the spring? Yeah, okay. So there is a spring that goes in there. So what's gonna keep this from, oh, this does lock it in place. Okay, so yeah, I did screw up. That's fine. That's fine. I didn't realize this. I saw this image here and saw that it was basically telling you where the hex nut was supposed to go. I didn't realize it was also telling you that the spring needs to go in there. So good call. Let's do that really quickly. And this is long ones. This is a 0.7 by 5 by 50 millimeter spring. 0.7 by 5. Here's a spring. It's a very large one, not the right one. 0.7 by 5. Oh, come on. I've been really unlucky this morning with finding the right bags. 0.7 by 5 by 50. Where are you? It's gonna be a small spring. I mean, long spring, but a small spring. Oh, where the heck is it? I don't actually see it. Screws, 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 roll-ins, screws, screws, standoffs, Capricorn, nuts, screws, planetary gears, nuts, silicone. Here we go. 0.7 by 5 by 50. Got it. I got it. Okay, so let's try that again. We've got this big old screw that's gonna just slide in here like that. And then we've got this piece that's going in. Yeah, that does. There we go. So there's our tension. Quite a bit of tension at that. That's not right, is it? There we go. Yeah, that is quite a bit of tension. I think what I'm going to do is loosen this, just so I don't have so much tension while I'm trying to do this. And we'll adjust this after. Oh, I left a pretty sweet, yeah, I think I tightened that down a little too hard. I left a pretty sweet mark in the extrusion, but it will be covered eventually. Okay, so let's back that out. Let's get this in. Now let's put this in. Okay. That makes sense. That's what's going to actually provide the tension. Let's make sure this is kind of aligned. Okay. So that's nice and tight. And then we said approximately 66 millimeters, which it's approximately, holy crap, that is, we can't even do 66 millimeters. It's not actually possible. So let's just tighten it. It's for the Z, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal as long as we've got some form of tension. And I can always tighten that up later. Yeah, it's quite a bit of tension. Okay. All right, we are good there. Just compress it until it touches the line. Compress it until it touches the line. You mean get it to go all the way? Like basically until this touches that? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying, Steve? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we are fully compressed now. Can I still pivot this arm? I can. Okay, so that's, oh, so this just sort of acts as a reinforcement to make sure that it can't come off. It seems like kind of what it is, just a bit of a reinforcement for that. You'll still fine tune it later. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna leave it. We're gonna call that good enough for now. So this is where we're at. And we've got our stop in. This still has clearance to pivot, so should be good. All right, moving on. We did the Z stopper. Install the left Z joint plate. Okay, so we need three M4 hex nuts, which we still have out. Are you off today, Steve? Or are you on lunch? I like you hanging out. I just know normally during, I feel like normally during Wednesday streams, it's like a quick hi bye. Okay, so we got those. Align the holes to the plate. Okay, so it looks like these are gonna need to go quite a bit further. This one, somewhere right about there. Maybe something like that. And then we're taking our plate. Getting back to now, have fun with the rest of the stream. Okay, gotcha. Thank you for stopping by. You came at like the opportune time to help me with the mod. I appreciate that. It would have taken me, I'm sure, quite a bit longer. Okay, so we've got 3 screws. So we'll just loosely put these in, and these are all going to be M410 button heads, which are not where I left them. Yeah, oh, we only have. Interesting. We only have 2 M410 button heads left. Uh-oh. M4. Of course, I only. Oh, here we go. M410 button heads. So I've got other button heads, but they're silver. The color's gonna drive me a little bit nuts. I mean, if that's what we need to do, that's what we need to do. And I'm pretty sure we needed an M4. Yeah, we used an M410 button head just a second ago, so it looks like we are short one M410 button head. I think there's another, oh, another bag? Okay, okay, let me look. Because ideally, I'd like them to be the same color. Yep, you're right, M410 button heads. We got another bag, so we are not short. It felt weird. Normally LDO kits, like, I've built quite a few, and I don't think I've ever been short on hardware. Have to drop and get back to work. Hey, yes, thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of your day at work. Okay, so we are just going to loosely install these. I think we're using, is this the right driver? This is the right driver. Okay. And the last one. Okay, so I'm gonna just mostly secure them, but not so much so they can't still slide it, and then we'll see if there's any instructions regarding positioning on this. Position the stop linear rail on the M3, wait, position the stopper. Oh, this is the wrong, I'm reading the wrong thing. It looks like it's just flush. So it looks like, based off this image here, that the end of the little CNC part is flush with that. So what I'm gonna do is move my zip tie out of the way, and then we are going to stand this up like this, and that should give us a relatively flat surface. So let me drive in the first one. It's not perfectly flush on the bottom though. Okay, I have an idea. Let's loosen this again. And then let's move this. Okay, so we'll have it flush on this side. And then what we'll do is we'll take a 1, 2, 3 block and we'll shove this right here. And that should help us ensure, let's see if I apply a little bit of force. Use the force, why are we going beyond it? There we go. Okay, that should be good. Nope. It's moving on me. See if I do it slowly. All right, I'm gonna call that good enough. Because even like this, my zip tie is causing me not to be able to be flat perfectly with the bottom. So I think I'm being a little, since this is Z, I don't think it's that important. Since it's not actually going to be up against the ground. So as long as it's straight with itself, I would think it's fine. Jamtech, hey, glad to see that you made it back home from Printopia. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I'll give you a cheer. I got to spend quite a bit of time talking with Gentek, both at the event as well as the, there was like a after dinner event on Sunday that we went to. So we got to chat for a couple of hours, which was awesome. Are you back home in Germany? Are you still, yeah, you must be. Today's Wednesday. I think you were flying home on Tuesday, I think is what you said. Yeah, Gentek's awesome. If you are not familiar with Gentek, he makes incredible content. He's got 2 channels, one in German and one in English, and recently did one with the Prusa XL, combining different material types and testing out their strength properties. Basically, how well do they actually bond with each other, which is a fantastic video, especially with, you know, tool changing and stuff like that becoming more and more popular. So I give him a follow if you're not. Okay, Z column. Why are we not loading? Did I lose the stream? No, internet seems fine. What the heck's going on? That website's really lagging right now. I came back home today. I really enjoyed talking to you, and thank you for the kind words. Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you made it home safely, and I said I was tired from my travels, and I was just coming from the United States. I couldn't imagine traveling from Germany, so I hope you get plenty of sleep and, you know, can get back to it in the next couple of days here. That was definitely an interesting, yeah. Okay, let's try to get back to where we were. We did that, we did that, we did that. Insert the bed guide. Insert the bed cable guide, okay. So that's another fairly small part. Oh, where is my cable tie insert gone? Did I throw it back in here already? No. I promise, no, I don't promise, because I don't want to not be able to fulfill the promise, but I'm going to do my best to next week have some more prep done. So that way I have the printed parts right in front of me and I'm not digging for the entire stream. I don't see this part. It looks like it's just... Oh man, so that's where I'm screwing up. If you click on an image and make it go full screen, it reloads everything. I know I have this part. I've printed everything. Okay, let's try it again. Third time's the charm. There we go. So yeah, it's just a little, it's not that small. I don't get it. I don't get it. Just start throwing things back. Oh, there we go, found it. Okay. I found it. Okay, so this is going... Where is it going? Oh, okay. So if I have this facing this direction, so CNC part on the left, it looks like this just slides into this left column here. And orientation looks, no, it's not mirrored. Let me open the bigger picture one more time. I can't actually tell if it matters, so we're just gonna slide it in. I think that they just did it not mirrored, so that way it's easier to print. So one side's on the, one side can be on the bed while the other side isn't floating in the air. So, okay, we got our little cable tie. Also, we are still gonna do a Polymaker stream giveaway, filament giveaway. So we'll open that up in 20-ish minutes. That'll be our approximation. Also, if you haven't seen, since Zombie's here, I'm going to plug him. Zombie released and announced his custom creator spool with Polymaker, which is a beautiful red, red color. I don't think it's available for order yet, Zombie, right? Didn't you say it's a couple weeks or a month out? But I will absolutely be picking up one of those when they're available. So, shameless plug. Orientation doesn't matter. Okay, I didn't think so. It's just a cable tie thing. I have a feeling the reason why one side's flat is just because it makes it easier to print. All right, so we got those in. We're dropping 2-hep preload into the slot of the extrusion. So we're just gonna drop in, yeah, Galaxy Red. And boy, do I love me some Galaxy. I don't know if I even want to print with it, if I'm being honest. It's so pretty, this spool, I might just put it on display. Hopefully soon, need it for the holidays. Yeah, that red color is gonna be really nice for all sorts of festive printing. Let's see, preload hex nuts into the slots, cool. And then for the pictures, at the bottom of the printed part should be 30 millimeters away. Okay, so we need M410 button heads, which is just, isn't that what we just had, or were those M48s? M410s, yep. So 2 button heads, and we're gonna attach the extruder to the base here. So what we'll do is, let's make sure orientation is correct. It looks like planetary gears are facing towards the upper direction, so it's gonna go like this. And we'll do the same thing. We'll just kind of get it started, and then we'll worry about positioning once we've got the screws at least partially in. Dutch, what's going on, buddy? I've got the video on the X1 upgrades, should still be going live this weekend. So, and that does have the BL LED controller in there. So keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, I'm doing good. It was my birthday on Monday. We're celebrating it today with my family, and I just got back Monday from 3D Printopia, which was a absolute blast of a time. Okay, so this can slide now, and we want it approximately, the bottom of the printed part should be 30 millimeters away from the extrusion end. So bottom of the printed part, I'm assuming, let's open this in a new tab. Oops, so it wants to download it, eh? Okay, I guess we'll just do that. Okay, so it doesn't look like, I just wanted to make sure the 30 millimeter distance isn't from the bottom of the extruder, it's from the bottom of the like bracket itself where it bolts onto. So, I mean, it is part of the extruder, but I just wanted to verify that. So 30 millimeters approximately. We'll just use our eyes and hope we get it close enough. That looks pretty much right on the money. Yeah, we'll call that good enough. Okay. Very nice. Got our extruder now mounted. Our Z tower is really starting to come together here. AFK sounds good. Cool, happy, thank you. I passed my motorcycle theory exam. Nice. Only 5 people passed. Wow, that's crazy. So that is not a simple test then, I take it. Do you already have a bike, or you've just been looking at getting one? Hey, Jose's in the house. Happy Wednesday. Quick little 2-minute pizza break so I can finish the first slice. Mark 1, eyeballs are good to a plus or minus 0.2 millimeter resolution. It's probably good enough for this then, for just where the extruder needs to mount. Especially because it's a Bowden. Hey, Thunder. Zoom in on that Z. I can do that for you. It took me 3+ hours to eat a slice of pizza. I don't doubt that. It was so busy. I got lucky that I was able to sneak off to like the cafeteria bleachers upstairs. I think on both days with Steve to eat lunch, so we were able to find like a little corner to inhale our food. Yeah, it's looking real good. Oh, nice. Formnext will be awesome. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Jen. Hi, Jen. Yeah, so I'm really happy that I ended up reprinting out all the parts because I ended up finding out the issue with my X1, which I actually briefly touch on in the X1 upgrade mod accessory video I'm doing this week. But there was actually a fair bit of filament that was wrapped around the filament teeth of the extruder. So I don't know if it was from temperature, I don't know if it was from some bad filament, I don't know if it was from an abrasive, but the reason why I was having weird stuff going on was that there had to have been some slipping happening, but it was subtle enough that I didn't notice it on kind of standard prints, but anytime there was some sort of like a bridge or vertical hole, it just wasn't looking really good. So For these, I ended up swapping to the P1S, and that's what printed them out, but the X1 Carbon now is printing beautifully, so that's what the issue was. Box turtle testing in progress, stomping out bugs. Nice. Yeah, it was so cool to see the box turtle in person. Very, very nice machine. Oh, yay! I didn't even realize that we were... Yay! We did it! All right, Z assembly. Let me do a little... Let's do it. We'll zoom. We'll even zoom for this. A little. Let's see. Huh? It's looking good. So yeah, that was pretty smooth. Awesome. Okay. What are we doing next? Assembling Z. So that was all Z stuff. Let's go back to the guide. All right, moving on to our Z drive. That's exciting. I ordered parts for a second box turtle. Nice. Hope to be able to, oh yeah, chain together for 8-color printing. That's right, because he said that the board has the ability to take up to, I think, 4, right? Lava red is so much better though. I assume the bamboo behind you is the modified one. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I won't go. The things that have happened to it. Obviously, it looks like a basketball now, so it's got the bamboo fur. It's got the bamboo door. It's got the bamboo lux light. It's got the G11 from, it's VPS, right? VPS data. Bed. It's got the bento in there. It's got the BL LED. You can see the orange riser. It's got hardened extruder gears, diamond hot end. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, yep, this is the one. It looks, yeah, it looks nuts. It looks like, so the BQ like faux leather, whatever it's called, it has sort of this like texture to it where it looks like a basketball. I keep calling it, it's my basketball bamboo now. Every time I see it, I'm like, I should get back into basketball. I haven't played in like 10 years, but yeah, it looks nuts. It's gonna be a very niche accessory for sure. I like the front door. I think people will like. It does provide some better visibility, and you don't have to worry about it shattering since it's polycarbonate now instead of glass. But I was a little hard on the skin in the video as far as my feedback on it, because I'm like, I'm all about doing mods just because they're cool. Like, they don't actually have to have much function, but it was, we'll see. You gotta watch the video for the rest. I spent so many, it's been weeks of upgrades and working on footage and stuff, so I can't give it all away. Basketball lab, exactly. No fur for me. I do have a panel to install though. Yeah, excited to see the video. I just ordered some of the Misumi extrusions other than cutting mine own yesterday. Have internal electronics for 2 more hand. Nice. Yeah, that's right. You said you ordered, or you said you had some really long extrusions. I thought, Luke, that you were going to cut down. All right, we are on the hunt for, it looks like 3 printed parts. So we've got the Z drive main body, which is this guy. I did already remove the supports, so you can see it doesn't look super clean. It doesn't look super clean, but there was built-in supports, so it's sufficient enough, and it won't be visible. So, but yeah, there's built-in supports for quite a few of the parts. So we got that Z drive outer housing, which is this part. There we go. It's our outer housing. And then we've got a Z motor bracket, which I think I threw. This guy? Yes, it is. Here is our, hey, Dutch dude. What's going on, buddy? So we got mods. I have modded my Tesla. I got sexy knob from, it all has the control stuff outside the touchscreen. That's pretty sweet. This filament's gorgeous. This filament is absolutely gorgeous. I bought a second spool of it because when I was initially having issues, with the X1 Carbon, I was getting concerned that I wasn't, where the heck is it? I was getting concerned that I wasn't going to have enough filament to actually complete it, which I did, because once I swapped printers, it started working fine. But I did order I did end up ordering another spool, which I'm not upset about. So for now, I'm just gonna hoard it, but in the future, I will probably use it for another project or something like that. So yeah, this is it. It's their unicorn, just unicorn ABS. It's gorgeous. The one thing I will say, which Zombie recommended, and I've also seen Mandic and a few others recommend, is normally I don't have to dry ABS or ASA. Whatever like copolymer additive they're using with this seems to like moisture a bit more than regular or standard ABS. So my recommendation is, even pulling it out of the box brand new, I would still recommend running it through a dryer. They also released another ABS. They had a pink, it was like Pixie Pink or something like that at a 3D Printopia that I almost bought, but then I started thinking about my luggage and I held off, but I'm gonna end up ordering it. It's Cookie CAD unicorn. Are you saying, sorry, pizza. Are you saying you have to dry all ABS, Zero? Or Cookie CAD specifically? Okay, so we've got to do some heat inserts, it looks like. So it looks like 3 heat inserts. Yeah. So we're gonna grab our stealth press. Oh, oops. Sorry, stealth press. Smacked it on something. Let's back out a little bit. Plug you into here. Get you heating up. Oh, my hands are shaky. There we go. There we go. Okay, and then we're using which size? These are M3 by 4 by 5. So these are small M3 by 6 by 5, M2.5, M3 by 4 by 5. Okay. Speaking for dryers, anyone out there have an S4 that regrets buying it? I have an S4. I mean, they sent it for testing, but I think it's a fine dryer. What issues are you having with it? The only thing I will say is, like, I tested it with my oh my god, thermal camera. And I did see that the heat coming out of the actual dryer vents was pretty hot. So I think I mentioned in the video, like, be careful, like, don't test it with your favorite spool, and you might want to run it slightly lower just to avoid any melting. But it's not uncommon that the air coming out of the dryer is a bit hotter, especially because to actually get it to be a specific temperature in the chamber, having it pump a little bit higher heat out seems to help. And it's a pretty big, you know, it's a pretty big dryer. So having the area to get it covered, words are hard right now. But yeah, I did hear from some people that there was a possibility, sorry, let me focus on this, of having it melt your filament if you weren't too careful. I didn't experience it in my testing, but I think I do mention that in my video feedback. Ballistic, thanks for becoming a member, man. Yeah, okay, so that's another person. I got to hang out and talk with Ballistic quite a bit at 3D Printopia, which was awesome. I feel like we've chatted online a fair bit, like about printer stuff over the years. But yeah, it was super cool to meet you in person and just talk about all sorts of different things. Are you pretty much rested up and recovered from the weekend, or are you still kind of coming back to it? Yeah, Ballistic was one of the volunteers at the event, and had one of the most important roles of providing water, because it was humid in Maryland, but also just talking. There was a lot of times where either like Ballistic or another volunteer came by and was like, "Do you need water?" And I said, "Yes, please." I'm very parched. So I know they did a lot of other stuff, but the water running in itself was very, very appreciated because there just wasn't really time to get away from the booth. Even though we did have some waters there, but the waters they brought were nice and cold, so it was nice. Just checking in from near London. Hope everyone's doing good. Hey, thank you so much. Is it Keith? Yeah, thank you so much, Keith, for stopping by. It seems like it's a good machine for the price. I need to purchase one. I'd like to start using stuff other than PLA PTG, but I've had a lot of humidity this summer. Yeah, the S4 is not a bad machine for the price. It's a lot of, I mean, I like the, I like and find myself using the poly dryers quite a bit more. Just because of their actual compact size, it's easy for me to throw it onto my workbench or next to a printer without it taking up a massive space. But if we're talking just sheer price to like drying performance, it does dry a lot of spools very quickly. And as long as you have the space for it, and again, just when you're first using it, put in a filament and verify that the temperature you have it set to isn't actually melting your strands together before you throw in your 3 favorite spools or 4 favorite spools and are super sad. Because a few people have mentioned it, I just want to make sure that I too am mentioning it. Wait, this has quite a bit of heat inserts, like even more so. So we did those 3. Install into the indicated holes the printed part. So we did that. And now it wants us to, okay, we did that, so there's 3. Into the hole of the main body. So is this? Yeah, so I'm assuming this is the M2.5 by 3 by 4. M2.5 by 3 by 4, here we go. I think I'm just about recovered. It was good to see you. The event went great. Yeah, the event was super smooth. Like everybody seemed very, very happy. I got a free FL Sun dryer. I didn't know FL Sun made a dryer. Wait, where the heck does this part go? Ah. Okay. So it looks like the smaller one goes on the opposite side. So the M3s we just installed were on the like bottom side of this current view. Okay, hello camera. And so this is not, why are we not, what are we doing here? Come on, buddy. All right, so I'm just gonna, I don't have the right size nozzle tip for this, so I'm just gonna try my best to guide it. It seemed like it worked okay. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so that's our M2.5. I'm allergic for Apple Sun. Yeah, you've had a fun experience. How's the Magneto going? Okay, so that's in. And now we've got M3 by 4 by 5, so our larger ones again. M3, why didn't I put them out? Like if I was using them, why the heck didn't I keep, there we go. M3, okay, so let's just leave these out. We're gonna need the last of them right now. Tuning it right now, the custom support. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mark and his team are fantastic, incredibly responsive. Okay, so now we got 200, wait a minute. Okay, this is a different part. I was like, this doesn't look right. There we go. This is the piece. And we've got just the larger of the holes. So one here. Like that. So we'll just get it started. And then we will press this down to make sure it's flush. We'll get the other hole. Okay, so that's in. And then there's one last one going into the motor part, which is just right here. Also, right after I get this last insert in, I'll open up the Polymaker filament giveaway, so that way anyone can get her in. Hey, Nice is in the house. What's going on, buddy? Happy Wednesday. All right, here we go. All right, I think that's in good enough. We'll press it up against my table to verify. Awesome. Let's just make sure. I think that's all the, yep, that's all the inserts. So let me unplug this, back you guys out a little bit, and throw this over here so I don't burn myself, because soldering iron burns do not feel good. The amount of times I've burnt myself with a soldering iron, like either soldering something really small or just not realizing how close the iron was to me, is more times than I'm happy to remember. Yes, there is a part one. It was last week's. I don't, best way to find part one would be just go on the channel and it should just show right up. If not, click on live, the live tab, and it'll be just the last video before this. Okay, so we have a schematic. I'm pretty sure that there's another bag of hardware that I remember from last week that had all the extruder stuff in it. So let's try to find that. I think it's in this motion bag. Or this isn't a bag, but I think there's a bag in here. Yep. Z drive kit. Bam. So that should save me some time. Oh, that's right. Giveaway. Giveaway link. Where are we? Here we go. Send. Shorten link. Bam, 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 bam. And paste. Nope. 1 second. I'm having technical difficulties. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pin this in chat. So we'll have it up for about half an hour, and then we'll do our drawing. And for anyone that's new here, it is global, and yeah, it's global. So free shipping everywhere. Yeah, I think that's it. Also, if you don't have a Discord, just put NA. And also, I don't feel like I need to mention it, but I don't do anything with anyone's info. The second the stream's over and I've contacted the winner, I just delete, and we do the same thing next week. So I don't have a mailing list. I don't spam anybody. So there's no, you got nothing to lose. Nothing new, just a lot of work in the transition period. Nice, that's good stuff though, right? My count of burning myself with iron, wow, that's impressive. Lost count of burning myself with hot ends. Yeah, I've got more burns from irons than I do hot ends, that's for sure. You see it, sorry, I didn't have the video section. Didn't know you use live and see the past videos. Yeah, yep, yeah, no worries at all. It's not, I can't say that everything on YouTube is incredibly intuitive, so I don't blame you for asking. Also, I haven't said it once, but if you have not smacked the like button, we got 72 likes with 109 people here. Let's see if we can get to, let's get to 90, I believe. Also, it says we got 68 new members. Thank you, everybody, and some donations. Thank you, everybody. Earlier when the stream started, it was, it was nuts. All right, so we are taking this part first. And we are taking our bearing. This is the MF148ZZ bearing. And we're going to pop it into here. Just gonna use our thumbs and... Holy crap. I'm not as strong as I thought that I was. Okay, here we go. It's in. Bearing is in. I used to do circuit board repairs. Oh, nice. My last job pretty much always had at least one soldering iron burn. Yeah, when I started with YouTube and was teaching myself how to solder, I was doing pretty much all of it was like, well, not all of it. I did some just wire soldering, but a lot of it was tiny little components on the underside of the motherboard, either using quick solder pads. Is that what they're called? QSBs? Quick solder joint? QSJ? I don't know. The quick solder boards. QSBs. That's what it was. And some of those components were so freaking small, so I was using my hand to like hold it as best as I could, and oftentimes I would burn my finger. Ken, thank you so much for becoming a member. Cheers. Thank you, thank you. Is that Cookie Cat? Yes, this is Cookie Cat's, not zombie ABS. We have a zombie here. This is Cookie Cat Unicorn ABS. Okay, so that's in. Next we're doing is taking our CNC'd planetary gear shaft. Good stuff between 12 and, oh my gosh. Man, I mean, I know that it's the busy season for a lot of people with holidays and sales and stuff like that for businesses, but you are busy. What the heck? Did I screw this up? Okay, so no, this just has to get pressed in further. It's a pretty tight fit. There we go. Got it. I just hadn't seated it correctly. So now we've got free spinning part. Bend check, that's a good call. No, it's in there straight. I can, well, I'll check just because he said it. Yeah, we're in there good. We're in there good. I felt, it was easier for me to access this part, so I was able to put more uniform force onto it. Currently doing two full-time jobs. When do you transition fully to just doing your own thing? Nice. I still want to further play with a laser cutter I need to get a license. Oh, dude, I thought you got a license. Prices just got raised on yesterday. I thought you already got a license, Dutch. Okay, gotcha. End of January, that makes sense. Mine got replaced. Oh, wait, what was bent on yours? You're saying the bearing was bent? Yeah, price went up. So G-code license went from 60 US to 100 US on Monday. Because you had the laser, I thought you were already using Lightburn. Like I figured you'd already gotten it. Okay, so next bearings go on. Oh, interesting. The shaft was bent. Yeah, it looks fine to me. That's a pretty thick CNC shaft to bend. I wonder, I mean, not that it can't. I was using the trial. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it, man. I don't have any like I can still give discount, like it's just the prices are raised. There was like a 2-week, you probably didn't get it because you just got set up with it, but there was like a 2-week grace period where they sent out info to anybody that was on like the email list to let them know that if they wanted to get in before they could. It's thinner, oh, okay, gotcha. It's thinner than the extruder. It's quite a bit thinner than the extruder. Yeah, it's a lot thinner than the extruder actually. Okay, so we got our bearings on. Now we need to install the gears. I think these are palm gears, planetary gear. Any changes to renewal cost? Man, they've had discussions. For everyone that doesn't know, I work at Lightburn full time, and I have for 3 years. That's what I do during the day. They've had discussions for a long time about the licensing changes and stuff. So much so that I don't exactly remember. But I'm almost positive that everybody that had already purchased is grandfathered in, and I think you're grandfathered into the renewal price, the previous renewal price. But I know that there's at least some sort of grandfathering in happening to any previous customer, so it's only going to affect, as far as I'm aware, primarily like new customers. So yeah, if you already have a license, I don't think you'll be affected with any increase. But again, don't take my word as law right now, because I have to look at the post or the info that they sent out. Why are we not going on? There we go. Okay, so we've got our gears on. I know my in-laws have a laser cutter. Now I'm curious what software they use. Yeah, even well before working at Lightburn, I was using Lightburn. I got a K40. It would have been in our second apartment. So we've been here for what, 2 years, 2.5 years. And then we were there for 2 years, probably 6 years ago. I got a K40 and I swapped out the main controller board on it. And the software out there, I tried, it was like K40 Whisper. The laser software, no offense to anybody that uses K40 Whisper or the dev if he watches it, but like, it just wasn't very good. And so once I found Lightburn, I was like, oh my God, like from a UI standpoint, as well as like testing features in there, I was a fan from the get-go. So I've used it for years. But now that I work there too, and I get to see all the cool stuff that they're working on and all the releases, and I do their videos for the software, it's a fantastic piece of software and it's compatible with a massive amount of lasers. As of right now, Lightburn Pro and Lightburn Core have the exact same features. The difference is Lightburn Pro is needed for DSP and Galvo lasers. So what you showed me was a diode laser, if I'm not mistaken. So there'd be no benefit for going with Pro right now. Acer P2, nice. Lightburn was able to engrave an SPG of my hedgehog on my pot. Oh, that's cool. Wait, At home or where, Zombie? That's freaking sweet. K40 was a good yeah, K40, honestly, like, I think I even said it, because I made a video or two on laser, like the K40. I'll be doing one on a big CO2 laser I got in soon, but the K40 to me is like the Ender 3 of the laser space. They've gotten a lot better. Like, there's people that sort of get them, companies that get the K40s in, like, sort of gut them a little bit, like swap the board out, add some extra features, clean them up nicely, and sell them for a little bit of a markup. But even, well, yeah, the stock K40 I got was from eBay, and it needed to be grounded properly. It was kind of jank, but still, like, for the price of 400 US roughly for a, you know, roughly 40 watt CO2 laser, it's like attainable price-wise for someone that's just kind of wanting to get something for hobby stuff, you know, then deciding whether they want to eventually get something bigger. So that's what I did. I bought it, you know, myself off eBay. Are we not greasing these? I had to grease these on, the Cyclops I just installed. I don't see anything about greasing it. Did you grease yours? Anybody else that's here? Zombie or I think Crow? Inserts cat at the table with a newspaper meme. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Lasermatic Cam 2. Hub is pre-greased. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So we won't... Are they the same? I'm assuming that they're the exact same covers for the... They've got to be. They've got to be. Oh yeah, there's grease on this. I'm going to show this because that's freaking cool. Since I just installed this, the Cyclops uses the exact same from LDO like gear setup. But this is really nice. This is just like an an LDO, typical LDO kit thing. Can you see that? The whole rim of this is already lined with grease for you, so you just slap it on and you're good to go, versus having to get gloves on and grease the inside of this and get grease everywhere. I'm not sure what my in-laws have, but I know they are separate power and exhaust for it. It's freestanding and it's probably 3 to 4 feet long. Yeah, it's probably I would say at that size, it's got to be a CO2 laser, probably Ruida based one. I use the big CO2 laser I have in the garage to cut out the Positron panels. For anyone that didn't see them last week, here's the panels I cut out. It's a dual-sided acrylic that I got from this company called Houston Acrylic, and then I even tried to laser etch from the CAD the opening, or the sort of cavity for the part to sit into, which it took some trial and error, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. They look really good. So yeah, I like lasers. I mean, I like all sorts of machines, and you know, there's a right tool for the right job, and 3D printing lets you do all sorts of nutty things very easily, but lasers are certainly cool. They're very fast and very accurate, and yeah, they're sweet. I need to look into Lightburn to replace EasyCAD. EasyCAD on our laser stars. Yeah, I would take a look. What settings would you use for engraving a logo onto cardboard? Oh, that I can't answer that, Dutch. With lasers, everything's so different. So you have a diode laser. It's probably a 10 or a 20 watt, I would think. It could be up to a 40. I mean, they've gotten really big now, but not a lot of power. Cardboard is by far the most likely to catch fire out of all the materials. So you're gonna wanna start very, very, very low, very, very low power and high speed. Oh, it's a 5 watt. Okay, so it's super low, but you still can easily catch fire with a 5 watt. So definitely, yeah, for Ruida, RDWorks is like their software, but Lightburn works with the big laser I got in the garage right now is a Ruida controller, and it works natively with Lightburn or Lightburn Pro now. Okay, so yes, sorry, distractions again. But that's why we're here, right? We're here to talk about things and get distracted. There we go. Okay, so I just had to kind of wiggle it into place. So we have done that. Be careful in placing the cover. You need to slightly twist the cover to make gears fit. Please twist 2 rotations. Well, I can't do 2 full, but I can twist enough to see that all the gears are moving together. So please twist. Okay, now we need the Z motor. This is the extruder motor. I think they're labeled. Yeah, this is the extruder motor. So let's grab the right motor. I'm gonna have one more bite of pizza. Our Z motor. Every laser is slightly different. You need to run. Yeah, every laser is slightly different. With some, even location can have an effect on it, and temperature and stuff like that, especially when you're getting into galvo stuff with working with metals or like fiber lasers. But yeah, usually the manufacturers will provide a generic sort of guidelines or parameters. And honestly, with a 5-watt diode, you can easily use, if your laser manufacturer doesn't have one, you can use a competitor laser that's 5-watt and it'll be within that ballpark. But you should still absolutely run some tests. Like maybe use that as your baseline to sort of start with, but still run some tests, find the best setting, and then make sure once you find the best setting, you save it to your material library. So next time you don't have to rerun the same test. Okay, so it looks like motor cable should be facing downward like this. Maybe I have to do the same thing, huh? Where you go like this. Let's see. Huh, I'm struggling. Why are we not going in? Let's see. Attach the motor to the planetary gearbox. Okay. Am I not going from straight down? No, all the gears are spinning, so that's correct. It's kind of an awkward angle, but I still feel like it shouldn't be that difficult to get in here. There we go. Took a little wiggle wiggle. All right. Is the autofocus okay, or is it driving people crazy? I can see that it's like, you know, focus, not focus. Has it been okay? I can turn it off if we want. I know it's going kind of, it's going a little bit nuts right now. I don't exactly know why. Let's see, maybe if I zoom in a little more. Okay, install the M5. Okay, so we did that. Motor cable needs to get fed through here, which doesn't probably matter right this second, because I don't think it'll... I don't think it's actually going to stay. Kind of does. It's fine. Okay, cool. If it gets annoying, let me know. Sometimes it, you know, just gets kind of spazzy, and I wouldn't love that, so. Okay, so next we're taking a pulley M5x6. So I think we need to set this down momentarily. Please don't fall out. And our pulleys, I don't think I've taken this one out. So that should be inside the motion box. Okay, I'm wrong. Oh, you know what? I remember where this was. This is in our briefcase. We haven't had to go in the briefcase today. Let's see, let me really quickly open this. Also, for anyone that just showed up, giveaway link is open and pinned in chat, so don't miss out if you want to enter. Let's see. There you are. I forgot that we even had this briefcase. My parents, when they came over last week, last Thursday, they arrived in Idaho. I showed them the briefcase and they were like, that's pretty sweet. Install the M5/6 pulley. Okay, so what I don't know, this has a set screw, so that's probably the right one. Okay, so it's definitely not this. These are for the belts. These are smooth. And this is smooth, so it has to be this one. It's the only one of its kind. So this is what we're using. It is a toothed, is a pulley or idler? Pulley. Toothed pulley with a small hole for our set screw. And all the set screws are already Loctited. Already have Loctite, so that's really nice. And I know I saw them, M3x3 set screw. There we go. M3x3 set screw. Here they are. What briefcase? Oh, the Positron. It comes in this freaking sweet briefcase. Check it out. Oh, hold on. Let me put this back really quick. 1 second. So some of like all the CNC parts in the glass bed ship in it, but this is actually what you can carry the Positron with. It's freaking sweet, man. I don't own a Pelican case, and so like this is the closest thing I've ever had to one, but it just feels legit. Like I feel like, I don't know, I like it a lot. I like it more than I thought that I would. I apparently now have a new, I don't know, new thing that I like. That's briefcases. Okay, install the pulley in the shaft. Please remember to leave a small gap so the pulley doesn't rub on the printed part. Okay, so let's just get this started. Yeah, it's freaking sweet. Fabrico should have a full kit by the end of the year. Wait, for what? What's Fabrico doing? Okay, so we're taking our set screw, and before I even install this on, we're going to get it started. Just a couple turns. We don't want it to go through the center just yet. That's probably fine. And then, oh, there's 2 set screws. There we go. Okay. 2 kits to watch out for at the end of the year is the 180 solid fork and the Ender NG. Yes. Those are both things I'd like to build. This doesn't seem to want to go in. Wow, I think it's just the Loctite. It really does lock it up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is place this on here, and then I'm going to align, where's the flat part of the shaft? So there's a flat portion of the shaft of this, which is where I want at least one of the set screws. Well, I want one of the set screws, we can't have both. So let's tighten down this screw. Okay, so now this is tight enough to where it'll still slide up and down and slightly wiggle back and forth, but it can't get off of the flat portion of the shaft. These are a little tight. Tighter than I'm used to. Okay, so what I don't know, also let's change up the music to boss mode. 6 more minutes and then we'll do the giveaway drawing. So, not last call, but we're getting there. It says, install one of the set screws in the shaft on the flat side, install one and two, please. Install one of the set screws. Please twist the pulley 2 full rotations after installing the set screws. If it runs smoothly, this means successful. Then add a bearing to the pulley. Okay, so it looks like we basically want this as close to the plastic without it actually rubbing on the plastic. So this does turn smoothly. So all I'm gonna do is, do I have like a, here we go. We're just gonna use a Milo sticker, and I'm going to place this underneath here, and that's gonna act as our super small spacer. Maybe, oh, maybe that wasn't, oh no, that was dumb. That was dumb. Let's not do that. I wish I had a, like a business card or something I could use. It's too thin. It sounded good in my head, or it sounded good. You could be the first to do a legitimate live stream build the Ender NG. I want to build an Ender NG. I do. I have an Ender waiting for it, so it is still the game plan. Here, let's try this. There's a business card for the electrician in the city of Caldwell. Please give me my card. Please give me my card. Dude. Okay, maybe we don't do this. Maybe I just hold it and... I'm just gonna eyeball it. This was dumb. Making something simple complicated. There we go. Sometimes I have good ideas, other times they're not so great. Okay. So there's definitely a slight gap. I don't know how much of a gap, maybe half a mil, but all right. So we're turning nice and smooth, and then the last thing it says to do is add a bearing to the end. Add an MR85 bearing, which is this little guy right here. And this just pops on the top like this, and we're good. Awesome. Okay. Prepare the main body. So now we're gonna grab our next piece, which is right here. Sometimes we all do dumb things. Half a mil will be fine. Yeah. Sometimes I have an idea, and at the end of it, I'm like, that was great. Like, yay, pat on back. Other times I have an idea, and I'm like, maybe, maybe don't have so many ideas all the time. Putty knife too thick. Putty knife might have been fine as well. I don't think it really matters all that much. Like, just anything that's not going to allow it to rub and cause friction or wear down the printed part or cause binding. You don't know that it's dumb until you do it and fail. That's absolutely true. I think we talked about it last week, but I fail a lot. It's how I learn most of the things. So you certainly should not be afraid to fail, because everybody fails. If you get something right the first time, that's not a skill thing. That's a luck thing. So yeah, I agree. I tend to do a lot of things where it's like, huh, that sounded like a really good idea. And I tried it and it was absolutely awful. I couldn't have foreseen this. Okay, so we need M320 button heads. Yeah, M320 button head. So that's a decently long one. I live by, if it works fine, it's not a stupid idea. Yeah, that's true. There's been quite a few. Sometimes doing something that I wouldn't call it stupid, but like something that's like a little bit janky but works. It depends on what it is, right? There's certain things that, like safety issues, like you don't want to be janky with that. But other things, when I do something kind of janky and it works, I'm very proud that I was able to just sort of MacGyver something together. But yeah, it just depends on what it is. If it's something that could be potentially dangerous, I will not half-ass it. But for other things where it's just like, it's not that important, I just need to do this thing, then I'll be okay with it. Okay, so this looks like what we need. M3 by 6 by 5s, right? Yep. We need 2 of these. So we're doing, let's see, 1, 2. Just taking the screw. Screw is going through here. Oh, that looks like it's too tight, so, well, it's not too tight, but it won't go through without me threading it. That's too large. There we go. There we go. Oops. Just the LEDs on the back plane are non-functional. Positron! What's up, Tech Cheaper? Nothing beats a fail like a try. Nothing beats a fail like a try. I like that. Managed to bring home, oh my, how did you fit that? Just did the count as I unpacked. Did you bring an extra bag, Liz, specifically for checking? I haven't done that. I always fly, like, other than when I was a kid and I used to visit family in Europe, I always fly with a backpack and a carry-on and like a, overhead carry-on, and that's it. I can get like a week out of that, basically. But I know that like at the couple of shows, I've thought like maybe I should check a bag just so that way I don't have to, shove things in and have to pass on things. But I guess it does require me to, it forces self-control, because I'll see things like, same with the cookie cut filament. I wanted to buy it, but then I started thinking about my situation of getting it back home. I was like, I actually can't buy it. So maybe it's my life hack. Okay, so we did shim, bearing, or idler, and shim, so we're spinning beautifully. I had a few 200 gram, oh, okay, gotcha. I did the carry-on and a full suitcase, gotcha. Yeah, that's right, there was some. Did you get some of the, I don't know if you grabbed any ABS, but I know Fabrico's booth was giving out a ton of 200 gram spools of LDO ABS. Okay, insert, route the 6mm belt. Oh, we're getting belt going on now, okay. Also, it's 1 minute past, so if you are, this is like a, I don't know, 60-second heads up. If you're wanting to join the giveaway, it is linked in chat, and I'm gonna be pulling it in 1 minute. And then I'll give 1 more minute until I pull, or until we close it after that. Nice, okay, you got, I didn't even get any of the LDO ABS. I was standing there beside it the whole freaking show, well, not the whole show, but a lot of it, looking at it and thinking like, oh, I liked the blue a lot, and then there was like a green. And I didn't even grab one for myself. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, when I was over at Gentek's booth, he asked if there was any left, so I went and said, yeah, and I grabbed him 2 spools of it, and I didn't even think to throw one in for myself, so I'll have to get some at some point. I know, yeah, the green's very cool. As a Ryobi tool user, I want the not Ryobi green. Okay, I'm removing the link for the giveaway, and I'm gonna give whoever's like mid filling it out 60 more seconds, and then we'll pull it. This is the same step I plan on doing tonight. Nice, nice. Yeah, we'll get through the Z drive, I think, today. Yeah, absolutely. And then we might start on the next thing. I'm gonna call it at the 3-hour mark though, just because we're celebrating my birthday today. So I have family coming over in a couple hours, and I have to get back to doing some editing for at least an hour prior to them coming over. John, I'm just getting here. It was nice to meet you at 3D Printopia. Yeah, thank you so much for, well, one, stopping in today, but chatting. I was just saying, like, I talked to so many people, but a lot of it feels like a blur. But yeah, thank you to everybody that I mentioned, like, if you see me and I look like I'm busy, just come up to me and say hi, because it's just like my face. I always look like I'm busy because I usually am thinking about a bunch of stuff, but there was a lot of people that came up and said hello, and I was very appreciative of that. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you. I should travel to the US sometime. You were just in the US like a week ago. Resting busy face. Yeah, at least I don't think I look unkind in person. Like, my default face is a smiley face. So like I'm typically, like, it's been that way my whole life. Like I usually am smiley. Unless I'm like freaking out and having like an internal panic attack, then sometimes like that's when people are close to me will know like, what's wrong, dude? You're not your normal smiley self. And I'm like, I'm not feeling too great. But generally, like, I think that I look fairly happy. At least I like to think so. Okay, we're doing it. We are doing it. So we've got, how many people? Nice, a solid 80. That's a good number. Solid 80 people. Did we get up to 90 likes? I think that was our goal. 85. If you haven't smacked the like button, this is your chance to get us to 90. We're very close. Okay, let me open up. Smack the like button because we got rid of ads in stream. That's a reason. They'll only be on the VODs. What am I doing? Wheel of names. Wheel of names. All right, bam. 80 people. That's everybody. And get one last bite of pizza for good luck before we do this. Hey, hun, did you leave? The dogs are like kind of barking downstairs. Thank you, Edwin. Yeah, my parents are coming over and we're doing like Mediterranean for dinner, so I'm very excited for that. I didn't enter. Good luck, everyone. Okay. Wait, did you get yours in? Hold on, hold on, hold on. No, still 80 responses, okay. Let's do this. Oh, it's still, oops. Okay, so, as always, I want to give a big thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to give away spools of filament on the channel. Polymaker's just freaking awesome. So, massive thank you to them. I got to sit down in a chair at the end of day 1 and talk to Nick from Polymaker for maybe like 10 or 15 minutes just about life stuff. And it was so nice. If anyone doesn't like know Nick, like, he's just a really good dude. So he's so busy that just generally speaking, I don't get to talk to him very much. And there's now a new point of contact that for all the creators, but Nick's just a great guy. So I don't think you'll watch this, Nick, because you're too busy, but thank you for being awesome and chatting with me for a bit. So, all right, how many times are we going to shuffle? Nice! Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, man. We have gotten, this stream has been absolutely nuts when it comes to, not giveaways, but memberships. Hey, RH, I got to see 2 of your printers. The Armor had at the Farika booth. They were gorgeous. Okay, we got a 15. We're going with 15. We're just, Jen said 15, we're doing 15. That's what we're doing today. All right, everybody, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, whoa. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Also, before we hit spin, just want to say, whoever wins, you'll get an email from me within 24 hours. It might not happen this evening because I have family coming over, so I'll be squirrelier than normal. But you'll get an email from me, and if you're in US or Canada, you'll end up getting a gift card. Everywhere else in the world, it gets to choose between like a PLA, ABS, ASA, or PTG. Doesn't include the exotics, but it's still a massive range of materials. And yeah, and if you want to support the channel, an easy way you can do so is if you're going to buy some filament, there's a link in the description, and it does help out. So it's always appreciated. On that note, let's spin this wheel. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Jose! Jose, that's a familiar name. Familiar face. Let's go here. Jose, you're getting air horn. And cheers. Congratulations, Jose. I will send you a email. I'll do email. I'll send you an email, but give me 24 hours, buddy, just because I have a feeling by the time family comes over and I've eaten food, I'm just gonna be like a couch potato for a lot of the evening. But congratulations, and thank you everyone for entering, and thank you to Polymaker for letting us do this. And yeah, we'll do it again next week. So cheers. I know it was great feeling knowing it's there. Hope you enjoyed the Printopia. I guess you answered that many times already. Yeah, it was awesome. It was exhausting. I didn't sleep very much, and the 2-hour time change and having to get up early for the event was like me getting up at 4 a.m. basically. But it was fantastic. There was so many awesome people, so many cool projects. Some of the days, like because it's only a couple, 2 days, but like the day like at 3 in the afternoon felt so long, right? Like my legs were sore, my throat was like numb from just talking to people all day long. But when I was driving away on Sunday night, it was like such a trip. I'm like, wow, it's over. It just was like one big blur, but it was epic. A lot of awesome people, a lot of cool projects. Always great seeing old faces and new faces alike. So, and it was my first time in Maryland. That's the place. That's where I was, Maryland. So yeah, a ton of fun. That was close, only a quarter away. Yeah. All right. So let's continue this. Let's get some more progress. There we go. Belts. That's what we were doing. Okay. Route 6 belt shown. We will wire the belt in the Z column in a later step. So we are taking the motor and we are facing it. Is there anything holding the motor in right now? There's not, right? No. No. So the motor's loose still. We left a little bit ago. You're buying me a coffee. Sounds great, hun. Oh, we lost a bearing. Okay, so let's be careful. Sorry. So this is going to be in this orientation. There we go. You can be taught. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys down a hair. Sounds great. It's a shame US is a... Yeah, I was just saying that earlier. Like, I know for so many people in chat that are not in the US, there's not nearly as many options, but if you are ever in the States or there's something, you know, in your section of the world, I highly recommend. It's it's awesome. It's refreshing, it's inspiring, it's fun, like it's just it's good times. But yeah, I absolutely understand that it's a lot easier for me than, you know, somebody that's not in the US. What the heck? Okay, so we've got this like this. Oh shoot. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're just taking the belt and we're pinching it, or not really pinching, I suppose, but we're just dropping it around here, and then it kind of pinches here. I think it goes over the top of the next piece. Let's see. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're putting it around here, and it looks like it pinches right there in between these two heat inserts. And then both of them go under this idler. Okay. And we're using the M320 that currently has that idler to attach these bodies together. So let's see if we can do that. Damn it. All right, hold on. Oh, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm dropping stuff. So let's put this back on. Okay. So this goes over you. And then we basically pull this. Oh, you can't see anything but my arm. That's a horrible shot. Maybe like this? Yeah, let's try it like that. Okay, so belt's on this. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. And then we're going to attempt to get this. Wait a minute, something's wrong here. Am I doing it the wrong way? What am I doing wrong? It's something simple and silly. I can feel it. Okay, so it goes like this. Oh, dropped it again. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is going into the heat insert, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, it was me looking at it wrong. So if this just goes like this, okay, and this goes, it's not difficult. It's not. If you look at it, if you're looking at it correctly, it's crazy how, you know, if you do the thing the way you're supposed to, it just kind of works. Okay, so let's see. I need to get this lined up with this heat insert. So it looks like, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't difficult. It was totally easier. What color is that? It's, this is Cookie CAD ABS, and it's their rainbow. I thought it was like unicorn rainbow, but I think it's just called rainbow based off what the spool says, so. I'm pretty sure someone verified, but I think I linked it in the description. It's gorgeous. It's a very, very pretty filament. Yeah, it's a gorgeous color. Okay, so we're having some issues, and I think it's strictly because I don't have this bearing pressed in. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It does seem, though, let's see. So I think I tightened this a little too tight because this idler is not spinning as freely as I would like. So let's back off like a... Okay, that feels much better. So yeah, don't over tighten that. It will still, even with, do I still have, yeah, even with the spacers, it can still compress, so. You done yet? I'm getting there. I miss fresh seafood. Yeah, that was one thing I really wanted to have when I was on the East Coast. I just didn't get a chance, was some crab. Everyone was talking about, not everyone was talking about, a few people were talking about crab, and I was like, I haven't had like crab in, I don't know how long it's been. I've had like imitation crab, but that's not the same. Okay, install motor bracket. So this feeds, we know that the wires, oops. Wires feed through this little section like so. And then the motor bracket goes where? It looks like motor bracket goes like this. Am I screwing this up? Attach the motor bracket to the motor as shown in the picture. The motor cable should go shown in the picture. Route it before you secure the whole part with sets. Okay, so I think I've got this correct. Yeah, lobster, I've heard too there is fantastic. This part almost looks mirrored. I don't see how I can install this without it sort of crushing the cable. So I must be doing something wrong again. It's all... Okay, so orientation. Let's make sure I'm matching. Orientation's like this. Okay. Wires going through that section. And then the hole on this should be on the right side. So like this. Yeah, I don't understand it. Because the cable's coming out right here, so this is crushing. It's crushing the cable. So it looks like there's a little cavity here that is for those wires, but I just don't understand. Based off the orientation. Oh, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure it's user again. This is how it goes, so that way it sits like that. No, it doesn't seem right either. What is it secure to is what I'm not getting. It looks like these are supposed to align. Lines up with the screw hole. The thing I don't understand though is like, so this cavity or this little channel is only on part of the print. So like it's still gonna crush it for half the print. Yeah, it looks mirrored, right? I would think you would want it probably on the other side. This is how it looks like it's supposed to go, based off of the image. Oh wait, no, it's okay. So it lines up with the hole of the motor, right? Okay. So I think it goes like this. Like that. Yeah, that's totally right. I was looking at it backwards. Oh, why is it always me? Let's see. Okay, I got it. So let's get all these parts out. We need a M325, M320. I'd like to secure one through this part I'm holding in my hand, so that way I don't screw it up again. M325. Okay, we've got that. Trying to open. Nope, we're gonna have to let it go. Okay, M325 is in the upper left, tapped directly into the hole. So that's the one that I'm holding on to, or was holding on to, so do that one first. Zoom out a little bit. So it's going to thread into the motor and then just tap itself into this part that I'm holding in my hand. So this seems like the right size driver. Yep. The eagle has landed. Took me a little bit, but we got there eventually. Okay, that feels plenty tight. Yeah, that makes sense. So based off the angle that it routes at, it doesn't actually go entirely under that part, which is why just having the notch on half of it where the cable runs through is sufficient. That's what I wasn't getting. I was like, I don't understand. It seems like it's running under it, but it's not. Okay, so hopefully that's decent enough for that part. And then we need 2 more screws, right? It was a M320 and an M38. And these are all button heads. We got M38s, boom. And then M320, also, that was not too bad. Okay. So now, this is the right orientation. And we're just dropping this through here. That doesn't seem right. It went all the way in without any... No, that's working. It does though, screws in the bottom middle hole tap directly into the hole. That doesn't seem right because it definitely had to have bottomed out. I think it bottomed out when it hit the motor. Like I did get a few turns in, but I don't think it actually tapped into this printed part. I don't know if it's supposed to. I kind of want to look at this part really quickly. This would be Z drive outer housing. Okay, so is there actually a hole where that was, which would have been... Yeah, there is a hole there. I don't know that it made it all the way. Building a yeah, we are building a positron. Yeah, so I don't think this one made it all the way into that hole. I think it bottomed out where the motor was. So I'm wondering, how deep is, let's see. I don't see how it could have possibly gone. How deep is that hole? I'm just curious if I can use a longer screw. Oh, it goes, I'm looking at this wrong. I must be looking at this wrong. Because unless these parts were just updated 3 weeks ago, I think I would have printed the latest. Hold on, I'm thinking, like, trying to analyze this part. So orientations like this. Okay, there is no hole here for it to tap into. Wait. Orientation of it right now is like this. Okay, I'm looking at it upside down. So let's turn these. So here we go. And we did this one. And then we did that one. Okay, I'm lying. There is a hole. But it shows that the hole goes all the way through, which on mine it does not. I'm wondering if I should use a longer screw. Instead of an M3, instead of an M320, I wonder if I should use, wait, hold on. Yeah, I can see it push. Okay, so I am wrong. It is going into the printed part, but it's not going, for whatever reasoning, into the, it's not going into the hole, because I can see as I tighten it down, there's so I can show you guys this versus trying to, okay, so look at the gap right here between the motor and this printed part, right? Like bottom of the motor, or not the bottom of the motor, but like the motor where it attaches on in the printed part. And then once I tighten this in, you see that? It basically, there's a slight gap there now. So it seems like it's not perfectly aligning with that hole. I don't know. I can try to apply force and see if maybe it's just a matter of it needing to get tapped in. No, it's still pushing away. Yeah, I don't know. I could try to loosen this other screw a little bit and see if that gives me a little bit of ability to wiggle it. It's got to be close. I don't know. I'm gonna shine some light in there. Chamfer the top of the hole with a drill. The hole shouldn't be threaded into plastic. It should go right through. Oh, interesting. So you're saying on this part, these holes don't actually get tapped to it or threads? Like it just sits loosely in there? Because that's even weirder then if it should have that if it should have that much space to just sit in there. Why is it not doing that? Well, if that's the case, then maybe it doesn't matter that much. Like, maybe I don't need to really worry. I'm gonna try one last thing here. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of pressure downward. Yeah, I think I'm calling it good enough. Shouldn't matter that much because the motor is your anchor point. Yeah, I kind of figured, because it's also passing through it already once up here. Oops, you can't see what I'm doing. So this is all the same printed part, so it is already passing through it up here, and then through the cover, and then through here, which is what it's threading to. So that should hold this area tight. So maybe it's just, I don't know, like a little pocket for it. And it doesn't seem like it's pushing it out beyond the motor, so it might not be an issue. I just noticed it. And wanted to address it. Okay. As long as the motor spins, you're good. Yeah, I would say it should. Well, it's tough to do right now, but... Well, I can't actually spin it right now. Should it be easy to free spin right now or no with the planetary gears? So I sure as hell can't spin it right now. Is everyone for the panic buying of TP and water again? Nope, not ready. It was spinning. Let me see if I just use the driver. Yeah, it's definitely not spinning now. I have to go. See you all. Have a nice rest of your birthday. Hey, thank you, Sven. Have a great rest of your day. If you can't spin it at all, something is wrong. Maybe I tightened it too hard? Yeah, it can spin now. Yeah, it spins now. So I must just tighten it too hard. So let's... Okay, let's back off on my screws. Okay. It takes quite a bit of force to make it spin, but it does spin. I think I just found the issue. I totally just found the issue. I just found the issue. It was the top of this. It wasn't seated correctly. So now, yeah, it spins way easier. Got me again! Yeah, that's good. So yeah, this plastic part here where I needed to push the shaft of the planetary, or the planetary shaft into, it looked like it was seated fully, but one side was slightly not seated, so that it it wasn't getting even force distributed across it, and it was getting more force than it was supposed to have, so. Yeah, so we're good. I also am not going to torque down those screws as hard as I had them. They're tight enough. Okay, last one is going in right here. Luckily, the couple of things we ran into have all been like really simple fixes. And it's just a matter of having to look over things a little bit closer. Okay, that's probably tight enough. Let's just make sure still this spins. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We did it. All right. Okay, so let's scroll back down. We did this, we did this, we did that. Oh, we did it! Yay! Hip hip. Here we go. Here's our Z drive. So we got our Z drive, and we got our Z tower. It's looking freaking sweet. So what's next? I think it's something with the bed, or is it the screen? Let's see. Next is the bed holder. We're getting pretty close to time, but let's take a look at this. We might be able to get this done. This looks like a pretty simple part of it. So we've got bed spring retainers times 2. We've got, is this the right piece? I think so. Yeah, this must be it. Okay. Assemble the standoffs. So we need hex, let's see, hex female standoff M322. Okay, we've got that. And this is, what else? Machine screw wafer head. M3x3, okay, so we have both those parts in here. It looks like we also need some springs. Yes, we need an 0.8 by 8 by 10. 0.8 by 8 by 10, which I got. Bed holder takes seconds, sweet. I didn't actually print out the spool holder. So I'll have to print that out, but I did not print it out. When I wasn't sure if I was gonna have enough filament, I was like, spool holder, like I can wait for that. Okay, so assembly complete, have a cookie. We got springs. Looks like there's 3 pieces, but we only need 2. So we got 1, 2. And then we've got these. Which on thread. Dropped a spring, that's why they give you 3. Ooh. There we go. Don't you dare do it again. Alrighty, so we're doing this piece. So you do the hex portion through the center, then spring on top, spring on top. Then we're gonna take our CNC bed piece. So let's grab that out of our briefcase. I know you're in here somewhere. There we go. This is a really nice looking. This is a really nice looking piece. Check this out. Just a CNC'd bed attachment point. It's such a simple looking part, but it looks really good. All right. So looks like we're going from the bottom side, and then this is going just through here. This is going just through here like this. Ah, crap, I opened the... I should have opened it in a separate page. Okay, insert M3 by 12 thumb screws, which we just did. Wait, Nomads, just to confirm, because it doesn't, or maybe I'm wrong, hold on. I don't see the, I don't see that texture or that like groove pattern or line pattern in the guide. Am I correct in that these thumb screws should be going in from the bottom? Like opposite side of that, or should they be going on the side with that groove? I feel like this is probably it, but I could be wrong. You're good, cool. Okay, attach them, so cool. We're just gonna... Oh no! There we go. Okay, let's just do one at a time. It says you want the opening facing inward. Okay. Don't know how tight this should be, so I'm not gonna go real tight. But yeah, the only thing the instructions really say is that you want this, like, the side of them that has an opening to be facing inward towards each other. So I don't exactly know why, but I'm going to obey. So that should be, yeah, it should be right. Yeah, I don't know how tight to tighten them, so I don't want to fully compress the springs. So we'll leave it like that for now. That was the easiest assembly I've ever done. Why can't they all be like that? Just kidding. I like the challenge, but all right, let's take a look. I think we're gonna call it there because we're 20 minutes out. But next is touch panel, then tool head, and then base plate. Man, we're making some progress here. Let's see what this touch panel looks like. Okay, let's do the touch panel. If we can, we've got a little bit of time. And the more we get done this week means that we're one step closer. So, knobs are your bed leveling knobs, so don't fully compress them. Cool, okay. Yeah, that should be plenty of, plenty left over. Remove the film from the screen. Okay, I won't have any nice ASMR, but... Oh. Wow, that is really stuck. Oh, try to This is why I don't do ASMR. Ooh. There we go. The tape was a lot stronger than I thought that it was. All right, so remove the film, then remove the adhesive on the surface of the Wi-Fi antenna and stick it to the printed plate. I can do that. So we've got this piece, like this. Yeah, that was not very smooth. I was like really going for a smooth, little smooth peel there, but it had other ideas for me. Okay, so we're peeling off the antenna adhesive, and it looks like that's just gonna get stuck on. If we have this facing like this.
It looks like it just gets stuck right on here. They have it roughly. I don't think it needs to be exact, so we'll just do somewhere approximately there. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, we did that. Put the touch control into the enclosure, which is this guy. Okay, is this... Do I need to angle this in? Hold on. Should have looked at what I was doing before just shoving the thing in. Oh, God. Sorry, screen. No, it doesn't look... Yeah, so there is totally a... There's some grooves on the inside of this. It's not the same if someone else does. You might as well complete assemblies up to the base plate. Okay, so let's go down like that. So yeah, there is some grooves on the front here, so that's what I did wrong. You want to angle it when you go in. There we go. We did it. Okay, so that snaps right into place. Yeah, I got it. Took me a minute. Put the touchscreen cover with, okay, 2.5 by 6 flatheads is what's going to secure this. So let's go like this. I'm not convinced I'll ever get this out again. It is a very tight fit, but that's okay. Okay, that's nice. Got a little opening for the heatsink. So it can access the micro SD card slot. USB-C is accessible. It looks like it's favoring the top a hair. I don't want to push directly on the screen too hard. I'm gonna call that good enough and hope I didn't press too hard. Yeah, I think that should be sufficient. Okay, and then we need what? I said M2.5 by 6 FT flatheads. These are gonna be small screws. Either up here. Nope. M25. There we go. Wait, these are machine screws. That's not right either. Dang it. Well, the good thing is we're getting through some of the hardware here. There we go. This has got to be it. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be only up from here. Have you tried the cryo grip bed that doesn't require heating? That's really kind of funny that you asked that. So I got a bunch of build plates in for the X1 Carbon video. I didn't ask for like Big Tech to send these build plates, so I didn't know they were coming, and I couldn't actually cover them because I think I cover like 8 items in the video, and build plates would be a freaking video of its own. So I've got a bunch of these are like all X1C plates. This was one of the early ones from Ember Prototypes. So he did. I think it's just one-sided. Yeah, so it's just one-sided. The Modbot robot. Then. Let me focus right here. Big Tech sent out, so this is smooth PEI and powder coated PEI. Then we've got the Wham Bam carbon fiber, which I also wanted to look at in this video, but I've been playing around with it on the Magneto, so this is probably gonna get its own video because it's a unique enough bed. Then they sent powder coated and I don't know, like I can't think of this PEO or whatever it's called. Then they've got powder coated. And more PEO, then powder coated, and powder coated. Is this also from the, yeah, this is, I don't know what the heck this is. So this says PLA and PETG, 30 to 50C, 50. So this, I don't actually know what this is. It kind of just looks like, oh, it's got No, that's just from the bubble wrap. I was like, it has a pattern. I don't know what this is. I've never seen that plate. And then this is, I don't, oh, so this is a cryo grip or Cairo grip, one of them. And then they sent another cryo grip of a different sort. So, yeah, we've got a lot of beds. So, I don't know. You asked me if I want to do a video. I'm doing one on the carbon fiber bed from Wham Bam because I've been playing around with that for months, kind of, on and off a little here and there. Man, I could see myself doing a video where I just kind of go over some build plates and say like my experience with them and maybe what they're good for. So maybe GPs. I hadn't planned on doing it. They were just gonna sit and get used on occasions, but that might not be a bad idea. The only build plate I cover a little bit in my video is this one, which is it's a laser cut, but it's G11 from VPS Data, which they had sent this out months ago, and so I knew I wanted to play around with it a little bit, but I didn't get to really test it all that much even. Like PTG, it did fantastic with. PTG stuck really, really nicely. PLA did pretty good. ABS would not stick to it, even with raising the bed temp and with cleaning it really well. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but TPUs and nylons stick really well to G11. So yeah, I can tell you what they said, Liz, because I think they offer both you said G10, right? Yeah, I think they offer both G10 and G11, but it seemed like G10, I just put that in grease. G11 was the one that they recommended more so than G11, but I cannot tell you the reasoning offhand right now. Some of it seemed a little bit like personal preference, with like one working a little bit better with some materials than others, but I really don't know the answer to that right now. Sorry, it was like months ago I had this conversation because I was curious too. It's been so long since I used Garolite, so I was asking a bunch of questions. Yeah, maybe I will, GPs. G11, G12. I don't know that they will stick all the same though, Phil, because it's entirely possible they're using a different resin. I'm assuming that's what you're getting at, is that it's the resin coating on them, but I'm assuming that they're using... I mean, I guess it depends. If you got them from the same manufacturer, then it's possible, but... Oh, this isn't gonna work, is it? Huh. Did this get updated? This looks like it needs M3 screws now. These holes are... Yeah, these holes are too big for M2.5s. It would be nice to print PLA PTG with the doors closed so it's quiet. I don't print with the doors open with PLA or PTG. And knock on wood, I haven't had issues with heat creep in quite a long time. The resin should be the same if they're using real G10, G11. I don't know. I know with Wham Bam's situation, it's their own like in-house concoction, so. I'm gonna try M3 screws. Yeah, so I think they must have updated this because it says that you need M2.5 by 6, but those don't fit. M3 by 6s seem to fit perfectly, so I don't know if like I said, I don't know if the CAD was updated or something and the guide just needs to be, but this is definitely the right size. And they just spin forever. Nothing really, just the screw size for this in the instructions are not correct. It says M2.5 by 6. Well, I guess it's possible that with the Rev 2 that is correct, but the M2.5 by 6 that the instructions call for are just too small. It's M3 by 6 flatheads that you need for these 4 screws. Yeah, these fit perfectly. Use M3, yeah, I am. I figured as much. I'm running G10 one plus 5 degrees Celsius. I think it was Angus' advice. Yeah, Angus is a big fan of Garolite. I don't mind it. And like, I mean, again, with a lot of 3D printing, like, I don't feel too strongly about so much of it. It's really like, a lot of it comes down to personal preference. So I'm a big fan of powder coated PEI. Yeah, I still meet people that don't like it. They just don't like the texture. I love the texture. I mean, it lets me give a little bit more squish. It hides imperfections. If your first layer is not 100% perfect, it kind of blends it. So I love it. But, you know, then I meet other people that just don't. They're like still using glass, or they're smooth PEI only, or, you know, this and that. So it's kind of why I like to cover everything, because even if I might not think something is the best for me, someone might be like, that's exactly what I've been looking for. So I try to be as objective as possible. So, yeah. PC, the DPs, I've been on bamboo. These aren't sealed that well. Interesting, you print with the doors closed at 60C bad. I've been losing my hearing for no reason. Yeah, I mean, I'm bamboo, sure. But I mean, on any printer, I just don't open the doors or take the top off when printing with PLA or PTG. I haven't for a long time. Like, even if a printer says remove top, I don't do it. I've never done it before, and I can't seem to think of like why now. I mean, I guess there could be some exceptions to that, like if you're using a heated chamber on the GT-Q1 Pro. But if I recall correctly, granted I didn't print a ton of PLA on it, I don't think I took it off on that either. So. Okay, assemble the cover stand. What does that look like? Okay, it's gonna be cover stand. Cheers for the feedback. We'll give it a try. Yeah, let me know. Like, let me know if you end up having issues with it. Yeah, it really hasn't been an issue for, to me for a long time. It was at one point. Like, I mean, since I've been printing for, you know, 11 or so years now, hot ends used to get heat creep like nothing. They just weren't cooled really well. They didn't use like really good distinct hot and cold zones. So I definitely used to get issues with heat creep, but it's been quite a while since it's something I've had to deal with. Why don't I see this part? This is a large, there we go. This is a big part. But yeah, let me know if you give it a go, like if you run into issues. But I would be pretty surprised if you did run into issues. Okay. So cover is going like this. And like that. And like that. That's kind of neat. A little cover to protect the screen. I like that. And then we're using M2.5x6s, which something tells me that once again, we're going to use M3.6s, which are where? Okay. M2.5s, M3. Yeah, I print PLA with my doors open on my Trident. There probably was more of a heat creep issue. It also probably depends on the fan setup. Everybody has their favorite build plate surfaces about adhesive. Yeah, that's true. Do most printers are direct drive, which is less prone to clog? Oh, almost. Also, most printers are direct drive nowadays. It is less prone to clog from the heat creep. I'm printing PTG with doors open on my Trident right now. I kind of like the fan noise. Hey, if you like the fan noise, then more power to you. I say leave the doors open all you want. Yeah, I think the exception to that statement about heat creep might be with TPU. Because TPU just is awesome, but also, maybe this is 2.5 now. I don't think so. Hold on. I've had certain issues with TPU, like it's like the exception, not the rule.
Still M3x6s.
Okay, one last screw. Yeah, the first couple of printers I had actually were direct drive. It was the DaVinci 1.0 and then the Fulgurtech 2020. And then after that is when Bowden kind of came out and everyone was all about it. Less weight. Print faster, less weight. But, I mean, back then the extruders were, you know, nothing like they are today. So, all right. We've got our little, hello, goodbye. I almost want I almost want to put like a face on it, but there we go. So that's done. Install the SD card. That's gonna be a fun one to find. You know what? It's probably in the electronics box. Yes, it is. Print PGG on my enclosed bed center with no issues. Running a Revo 6. Quite a beefy fan though. Yeah, I mean, I will print them on open form factor printers, of course, like any bed sling or anything without an enclosure, because that's not an issue. But yeah, generally speaking, I haven't had issues for a long time with fully enclosed setups. All right, we got our micro SD card in, and assembly is complete. We'll do a awesome. All right, so next up, we are gonna call it here because we're 2 minutes shy of when I've really got to call it. But next week we are gonna get started with the tool head. I should probably print out a spool holder, but because because it sits beside the machine, I've got like standalone side spool holders I might just use. So I'm not too worried about that. So we'll probably jump from tool holder to base plate and see where we're at when we get through that. And then I would say likely 2 more streams. So I'd say this is probably 1 stream, maybe a little bit of this, and then the kind of final shindig here. That's at least the game plan. So I don't want to jinx it or nothing, but glow in the dark has been bad for me. Glow in the dark is super abrasive. I had to get PLA from Sparta so I could get the curtain rear fan spinning on the Stinger for the show. PGG profiles do not use them. So, all right, we are gonna call it. I feel like from where I was when we started this stream to now, like I feel a lot better. When we started, I was in a good mood, but man, I felt tired. And after getting a little food and some smoothie in my belly and doing a bit of building, I absolutely feel a lot better. So thank you everybody. Today's stream was bonkers. I can't believe the amount of, what was our tally? Oh my God. Oh, okay. It was frozen at 69 new members, 74 new members, which is, there's currently 77, 81 people watching. So like, considering all new members, that is ridiculous. So thank you everybody for either becoming a member or gifting a member, as well as we got a handful of donations. That was awesome. And we hit 100 likes, 101 likes. You guys are awesome. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I will contact the winner by tomorrow, which was Jose that won. So I'll contact you by tomorrow, Jose. And yeah, I'm gonna get all this cleaned up, get a photo of what we've done, so that way I've got a thumbnail for next week, and we'll continue next week. I don't know if Aaron's working next Wednesday, but I'm gonna aim for like an hour longer next week so we can really do a good push to see how far we can get through the build. So on that note, once again, thank you everybody for just being awesome. And it was, for anybody that I did get to meet at 3D Printopia, thank you for coming up and chatting. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next time. Cheers everyone, bye.